Hi, Smile. I did. It was like 2 a.m. I went straight to bed. I woke up at 7. Ooh, that's 5 hours, right? That's a good amount of sleep. I'm gonna be taking a long nap today. We're going to, we're gonna do our stream. It's not gonna be a super long one. And then, well, I say it's not gonna be a super long one. That kind of implies it's gonna be short. It's gonna be a regular stream. It's gonna be like 3 hours, maybe 3.5. We'll see. I lost one. Hi, Smug. Hi, Dragon Ray. And then we will... I'll play Planet Crafter with said later today. I'll do the editing. Oh, I'm not tired. I got enough sleep, I promise. I'll do the editing of... Shit, what's my next video? I think it's Nar Shaddaa? Hi, Sir Noble. I thought about going live with the Banjo-Kazooie map. Hi, Hypebeast Zone. I thought about being there today, but I forgot. Hi, love. And then I was already set up here, and I was like, oh, I should have been in the Banjo-Kazooie zone. And then I thought about it for 2 seconds. I was like, fuck that game. I don't want to be there at all right now. I do love Banjo-Kazooie. But after yesterday, I'm ready to not go to that map for maybe a week or 2. Time flies like an arrow. Fruit flies like a banana. You were literally not late. You were literally here. Literally here 5 minutes before, and he's just like, well, I think I'm gonna go collect the animals here out of habit while you set up. Be right back. I'm late, Panic. None of you can be late. Saying you're late is just harassment at this point. Saying I'm late is harassment at this point. Sorry, I am late. Why is Streamer such a cute dork? I can't tell you, Lost One. I'm not cognizant enough for that right now. I was here in 20 minutes. I am Kermit Harnishment. Hi, Cyber. Why is the streamer so lame? Cyber's like the coolest person in the world. If he says that, oh shit. You mean late? No, Cyber means lame. Every time I see Cyber, I just open up Twitter, look at whatever meme he reposted the most recently, and then send that to him like I'm cool and in the know. When really, I'm just fucking quoting him. And he fucking knows it. Do I put Cyber down? No, we love Cyber. Epic win. The last thing I sent Cyber. Hi, Octomage. The last thing I sent Cyber was, it's this girl in a grocery store. And it says, this girl opens up on you, what do you do? And somebody just goes, Tech her in W or something like that. Like, just uses fighting game terms. Just like, what? I tech the throw. Punch your lights out. It was, I tech the throw, ... And then just, like, 1,000, quote comments of epic win. We did lunges, right? We're here. My small, tiny, mega cute Freya. Dun 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 dun. Finger calibrate. There we go. Hi, Mixie. Spaghetti? Well, I don't share my... Yeah, I do. I'd share my spaghetti. Hi, Yuki. Yuki, you are straightened. Mods! Shake, Yuki. Hi, Happy. Oh, those are cool colors.
Hi. Undertale theme. Because I can just do this.
Oh, jeez. That literally brightens up
Sorry.
the room. No, it's fine. I just watched the ground get brighter.
Sorry.
All good, all good.
We got a whole Undertale theme.
Ah.
Hey, Freya.
Your mic is picking up your fan a little bit.
Sorry.
All good, all good. Ah. Why? You're shaking me. 641236P giant swing. I don't even know what that means. Mod, show them a parallel universe version. Mod, show them a parallel universe version of themselves that's happy. Mods, Cyber, the one Foss and I really like. Mods, show them a picture of their parents when they're old. Mods, smudge Yuki's screen with your fingers. Oh, whoa, we're going far with that one. Hi, honey. People don't get the, like, show them a picture of their parents when they're old, but, like, just imagine. Your mom is, like, I don't know, 50, 60, and, like, you show them a picture. You show a person a picture of their mom in, like, a mobility scooter. They're, like, 85, the life has left their eyes, and they're just like, That's... I don't know if I could handle that. I feel like if I saw my mom characterized as, like, old to the point of, like, not living anymore, I'd be like, oh, this sucks, I hate this. I was being wholesome and all I get is shakes and fingerprint smears on my screen. I felt a little bad, Yuki, because, like, Cairo and I were doing toxic friendship with each other, where Cairo's like, hey, surely Yulin didn't do the exact things they did with using cheats, beating them on their 4th try, and, doing something else I forgot. And I just lay on the guilt trip of just, Cairo, are you mad at me? Did I do something wrong? I just wanted to make you happy, and it just feels like it's never good enough. I really tried my best, but I guess I'm just always a failure, aren't I? Which is like, don't ever believe that. I'm just fucking saying that to, like, guilt trip people, because you hear that from somebody who's like, oh god, I feel so bad. And Yuki, Yuki is too wholesome for this world, who's like, no, Yulin, good job! You did great! Yuki, sweetie, I don't need to see a picture of that. The life leaves my mother's eyes whenever she has to talk to me. No! I'm bad at picking up clues, Sawi. You're fine, Yuki. You're the best of us. I knew I heard it. Hunt knows me so well. They're just like, yeah, it's this voice, I bet. You just got a crazy Deku voice. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disappoint you. I love All Might so much. He's just so cool. And he says the thing, you know, he's here. I just wanted to hear him say it. Just one more time. That he was here. I don't know what Deku fucking says. I could finally finish the drawing? Hell yeah. What are we at? Cami stretch? Mods, twist this man's little toe. Ow. That fucking hurt. The dumpy. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm only here long enough to finish leveling up my Weaver in Final Fantasy XIV, so I gotta be as mean as I can until then. Cyber, I want to play Dawntrail so bad. I want to make walking videos of Dawntrail so bad. I'm stuck in fucking post-Endwalker, which I don't think it's bad, but like, I've watched people stream it, so I'm not like super excited or on the edge of my seat. I pretty much know everything that's gonna happen. I'm just like, oh, but I can't bring myself to skip it. Hi, Gail. So I'm just sitting there just like, ugh, I don't wanna fucking do this. Whereabouts in post-Endwalker? The last thing I did was fight Barbie. Fuck you and join us, dirty skippers? Never. I really liked Barbie. God, she was so pretty. Like 3 patches of content left to do. She was less pretty once she transformed. Once she was like the mummy wraps, I was like, I'm less into this. But when she was like fucking bikini, big ass sword, and she was like, I don't wear clothes because I don't want to slow down my killing arm. I was like, oh my god, that's peak. Dawntrail is so good, dude. Don't listen to the haters. That was like 5 days ago, Yuli. I know, I haven't done shit. Yeah, I can't wait to get to Dawntrail. All I've heard is that there's some character named Wuklamo that like I need to skip her stuff as much as possible, and then once I'm past her, I get to the good content, and everything else is amazing. So I'm looking for. I'm kidding, Cyber. I've seen many takes on Wuklamo. And it always comes down to, you just hate women. If you don't like, Wuklamo, you just hate women, don't you? Mods, remove this man's screen. On-trail walking videos are peak. I'm excited for it. No, Wuklamo is the best. Did I scare you with that one? Did I actually get you? We're doing planks. 3 minutes of planking. Yes! Honestly, a mix of just straight up women hating and transphobia. Mod command grab. 14:30 start, 17:30 end. Yeah, I've heard that the character is voiced by a trans woman. Hell yeah. And I haven't heard anything bad. I think sometimes it's a little dry, but like, if you talk to somebody that's like Indian or something, I'm like, oh, they nailed this. Wait, who is it that in the pic with you? Behind me are Happy and Freya. Getting head pats up close was icy fire. If someone hates Wuklamo and loves Naruto, they don't know what they're talking about. I'm finally giving you some clothes. Cyber, hello, Bits. Hi, Bits. Can I have mods so I can shoot Bits? No. Please do. No, you have to get on VR chat and shoot him, and he'll shoot back. And you two have fun shooting each other. Yeah. 1 minute down. The pic I put in Discord? I need the Abby to add the clothes to the drawing. I'll look at it in a moment. Not your one. Just did yours. Which friend are you talking about? The two behind me or the one that was here with me? Or the one in the picture from yesterday? Corporate mommy. They were wearing Nightmare by extension. Ah. God. Guys, I hate planking. 2 minutes down. Yesterday, that would have been Como. Dun, 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 dun. 50 more seconds. Ow. 40 more seconds. Man, I just realized you've been walking for almost an entire year. Dude, it doesn't feel real. 30 more seconds. What are you doing for the 365th day? I don't know. Maybe playing Banjo-Tooie? I honestly don't know. I put off 350 and now it feels like 365 is so close that I'm like, oh god. My recommendation would be walking. We will be walking that day. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are they gonna walk around the world then? Man, I just realized that Gale. My recommendation would be walking. Oh, hell yeah. Hi, Global. I'm gonna walk around the world then? Only an entire year. I've been able to walk my entire life. You should run for the special day? Good lord, no. I'm so angry you guilt-tripped Cairo. That's the friendship we have, Global. You can't police my friendships, okay? Cairo thought it was funny. I'm breaking my legs. God, that snapped my whole body around. Does it always turn it like that? I've just never noticed. You know, this kind of looks like a, Here, if I switch these around. This almost looks like a Naruto vest. With the big neck guard. This almost looks like a fucking Chunin vest. Dun 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 dun. Alright, as much as I love the Chow Garden. Yeah. Ah. Oh, can I hit play here? Nope. Excess overlay will only let me connect to one Chrome link at a time. And so most days it connects to a Twitch stream. Hi, Zachy. So I had the option of so while I would have liked it to be like, hey, would you like to start playing Hellfire Citadel? Or Hellfire Peninsula? Didn't give me that option. Shut up! Fuck you. It gave me the option to pause Alzora's stream. Global Sniffa Stinky. Running is so much harder than walking. I wouldn't be against running, but there's 3 things. 1, the sound of me running, right? At 2.5 miles, I can keep it at a level where, like, the treadmill, my footsteps aren't being caught by the mic. any faster than 2.5 miles, and I start getting a little breathy. Then our stream turns into, how you guys doing? So here's a story I saw from Reddit yesterday. We can't have that. And 3 is time. I like that the exercises take, around 2 hours, 2+ hours. The faster we go, the shorter the exercise part is. Unless I just exercise more. I don't mind them noises. I've heard worse from you, Ewan. I mean, yeah. What the fuck was that sound, though? I'll heckin' do it again. Listen. We will have a place for plenty of worse noises, okay? And you message my DMs, you can hear some of them now. But for Twitch, we want it to be a focus on the discussion audio-wise. All you know how to do is be cute, Icy Fire. Oh, I didn't check the days. Let's check the holidays. Fuck you! Heading into Ewan's DMs to call them cringe. Yeah. Alright. He actually did just DM me cringe. Well, he DM'd me. We'll see what he actually said. Today's holidays. Oh. Global. It is Global Hug Your Kids Day. Global... I didn't know you had kids. Global Hug Your Kids Day. Gummy Worm Day. I Love Horses Day. Boo! Global has goats. National Be a Dork Day. National Be a Dork Day just sounds like one of those holidays that's like not a real holiday. It's just like, I don't know, almost like a fucking, not social media, but like marketing thing to just get some demographic to spend money. National Get Out of the Doghouse Day. National Give Something Away Day. National Pet Fire Safety Day. National Respect Canada Day. Huh? National Tapioca Pudding Day. Okay. Orange Chicken Day. St. Swithin's Day. Yo, today's holidays kind of suck. Sniper, did you end up making a character in the Panic at the Dojo game? If so, what kind? Fuck Snow, Mexico. Well, let's go. It's imagine needing a day dedicated to being a dork and not just being one every day. What is the weirdest thing you are afraid of? Probably all of my teeth crumbling and, like, falling out. Like, imagine all of your teeth just break into 8 chunks. On average, they just crumble apart into shards, and you just... Bleh. All of the teeth chunks out of your mouth. National Fire Safety for me? Oh, I forgot Icy. Why would I respect another American state? I don't think Canada's an American... Well, I guess it is North American. Lore accurate? Oh, so radiation. I forgot, Icy. The teeth thing isn't specifically radiation. It's more of just, like, dental problems. That's the weirdest thing I'm afraid of. Not the thing I am most afraid of. Orange chicken. Is orange chicken spicy? Oh yeah, I'm getting a new toothbrush
No,
soon?
it's actually not. It's mild.
Okay.
Orange chicken's mild. It's not spicy.
I gotta fucking check with every word now. Because apparently buffalo chicken, anything is spicy. I learned that the hard way.
Well, because buffalo chicken, yeah, buffalo chicken is spicy, but orange chicken, since it's Chinese food, is actually, because I had it multiple times, it's not spicy. Unless they do it in a certain way, then I can see that being a possibility. But no, orange chicken is really not spicy.
Okay.
Because I do like that one. Yep.
Getting a new toothbrush soon, which is electric, so brushing will be better. Okay, Yuki, let me tell you something real quick. When you switch to an electric toothbrush, your habit is going to be to brush. You actually don't brush like that with electric toothbrushes. You can do that a little bit, but what you're supposed to do is like hold it in place for 6 seconds. You already had one already? Okay. Well, cool then. This is just a general PSA then. You hold it over like 2 teeth at a time, 6 seconds. Then the next 2 teeth, 6 seconds. Then the next 2 teeth, 6 seconds. And you just go over all of your teeth like that at all 3 angles. So like your molars, from the outside, 6 seconds. From the top, 6 seconds. From the inside, 6 seconds. That is proper brushing technique with electric toothbrushes. I want to say toothbrush, but it's toothbrushes. That's weird. What about the front and back? So your incisors. Oh, the front and back of each tooth? You should do the back of your most furthest back teeth, but you can't get in front and behind most of your teeth because they're crammed up against other teeth. That is what flossing is for. National Tapioca Pudding Day, I think, was the best holiday. Orange chicken, maybe. Not if you got gaps. If you have gaps, then I suppose you should be brushing the sides of them. I suppose? That I don't know. Weird how flossing is just not a thing in most places. Wait, what? I didn't know that. I see over here like I am pure evil. Puts his recyclables in the right bin. I am the most evil thing to walk the earth. Helps old lady across the road. There is no one more evil than me. Pets the dog. Oi, animals are meant to be pat. I don't want to respect it if they tell me to. Everyone says buffalo sauce is spicy, but it just tastes like vinegar. Already had one already. What about the front and back? Not if you got gaps. Welcome to English. You have rules? Yeah, fuck them. We say wood. Not long hose. Not here. I've never flossed before? What the? Huh? Most people I talk to here haven't either. I've always been told flossing is more important than just general brushing. Same. Wow, what beautiful moons. Hi, Feet-chan. I actually want to see what Cyber sent me. Okay. Good one. I was not expecting it. Hi, unknown. Sorry, but I can't floss too. Cringe for me, sorry. Flossing is a Fortnite dance. Doctor tell you what they want, not the truth? You weren't expecting the epic win? No, I wasn't. I was expecting you to DM me the thing we were mentioning just a moment ago. You say doctors tell you what they want, not the truth, lost one. But I've actually had a bunch of, like, cavities on the sides of my teeth from not flossing. Like, I was great with brushing, and I wasn't flossing, they were just like, you gotta floss more. You gotta floss more. Bro, you gotta floss. And then I had a bunch of like, hey, we now need to address this because you haven't been flossing. I was like, oh shit. Elon, I'm a married man. I can't be sexing you anymore. Are you actually married? I knew you had a girlfriend last time we talked about it. And I never want to be like, hey, yo, you still seeing that girl? Because, you know, I've done the whole thing where it's like, you still seeing this person? Oh, that's your tail. Okay. One gauge technically, but yeah, essentially. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's my tail that has the Undertale symbol.
Well, I was seeing it on stream, and I was like, is that the video or one of us? I just wanted to know what it was.
Fair.
You know that situation, Cyber, where it's like, yo, you still fucking with that girl of yours? It's like, no, we broke up. It's like, well, this is awkward now. If I haven't heard from somebody's, like, relationship status in a while, I am terrified to bring it up. Yeah, that's why I never talk about it until it's brought up to me. Man, you can't be sexed anymore? Just brush properly? I thought I had been. Granulactose, Cyber. Congratulations, Sai. Congrats, unlucky. I've never had a cavity. I've never flossed once in my entire life. Yeah, that's why I never talk about it. Elon, my relationship status is still single. Hell yeah, if that's working for you. You getting cavities, you ain't brushing properly. Smile is a catch. Good night, nerds. Sleep well, Smile. Thank you for popping in. Damn, you killed him with that response. I need a drink. I'm already at 0.5 miles? What the fuck? We just started. I'm gonna be so sad if Cairo has a busy day today. Because I just want half the stream to be talking about Banjo-Kazooie. Well, it's also like most things, genetics, some people have stronger teeth sometimes. It's also diet, right? So I ate a lot of sugar. And, that in particular really did a number on my teeth. I wasn't drinking soda, which was good for me. But I was, like, just inhaling sugar. Do you need an incline so you don't walk straight forward as fast? No. No. I eat a lot of junk food. I'd say I still eat a lot of junk food, but it's not like just straight acid like sugar is. I have a lot of crackers. I have a lot of carbs still. I eat and drink sugar, never had a cavity. Yeah, but Hypebeast, you're like 17. So, like, you just give it time. Hi, Riddle. Good morning, sweet chocolate Phil waffle. I'm 20. Yeah. I don't doubt that. Bro, I eat lemons whole. I think sugar is worse than citric acid.
Well, that's too damn bad.
Thank you, Spicy Cairo Nerd. That's 3 incline. Well, that's 2 damn. Cryo, not Cairo. Look, I'm so used to saying Cairo that it's hard to say it the other way now. Cryo. I got strep throat often growing up, and the antibiotics messed with my teeth. So I had a few cavities from that. Oh. Some acid is good. Bro, I ate peanut butter out the jar. God, I wish I could. Cairo? We have a friend who's been here the last 2 months. Her name is Cairo Oric. They are the biggest console nerd I have ever met in my life. If it's a game that has been on console, they have played it. And so they're very fun to talk about console games with because they know about it. I can go to any VR chat world and they will not just recognize the game, they will recognize the map itself. So like, sometimes I'll go to a Spyro the Dragon world for exercising, right? For the stretches before our walk. And people will come and be like, yo, this kind of looks like Spyro. This has big Spyro energy. I'm getting Spyro vibes. Cairo will come in and he'll be like, whoa! Is this Sunny Villa from Spyro 2? Enter the or whatever, whichever game Sunny Villa is from. He will name the game and the exact level. And it's just like, God, you're such a fucking nerd, I love you. Bro, Cairo knows the name of the BGM? He does! I ate chocolate spread with a spoon. God. To be able to do shit like that again. Enjoy it while it lasts. Hello, Riddle. My kind of nerd? Cairo is very, like... I want to say charismatic, but I don't know if that's the right word. He's very endearing. I feel like everybody around them likes him. They just got that energy of like, this person's just cool. How about hot chocolate mixed powder? So I like chocolate milk, but like hot chocolate, I've never really been down with it. No, I'll continue to and pay for it in blood. Oh, goodness. You guys want some good news? Because you don't know how to make one? No, I know how to make one. I just don't like it. There's an experimental drug. And what it does is it boosts insulin production in a person by up to 700%. This could potentially just turn off your diabetes. So if you have diabetes, you have trouble producing insulin, you take this, you are now making enough insulin that you effectively do not have diabetes. Yay, drugs. Good news. Knock yourself out. Oh, God. Hey, can we have some of the snacks at the party? Yes, of course. Kill yourself. Whoa, what are you saying? I am telling them to enjoy the party. No, you just put out a very different energy. Mods, turn off this guy's diabetes. I drink hot chocolate to wake up and go to sleep? Hell yeah, sounds like you like hot chocolate. But you won't. God damn it, Icy. Oh my god, I hate that guy. Well, mods, turn on their diabetes instead of turning it off. No! I got 2 kilograms of mix. Damn. So yeah. I'm kind of scared that, like... I'm kind of scared this is one of those experimental drugs that the pharmaceutical industry is like, whoa, our cash cow. We gotta get rid of this thing, and they just do everything they can to smother it, and it never really becomes widespread. I'm a little scared that, like, that situation happens. Hopefully it doesn't, because, you know, diabetes is a really big problem. That's, like, one of the big problem diseases for people that makes them rely on healthcare. And I see so many stories of, like, this person needed insulin. It cost them $800 a month. They turned 26 and were no longer on their mother's health insurance. So they tried diluting it. They died a month later, and it's like, Jesus. How do you turn it off, unplug it? I mean, so it's just a drug that increases insulin production. Like, you take the drug, your body makes more insulin. Which, for people with diabetes, they have a problem of not producing enough. So it would just counteract the diabetes. Honestly, I wouldn't put it past Big Pharma. Pharmaceuticals be like, destroy it all. With how bad insulin prices have been pre-cap, I think living is kind of like having a permanent diet. Isn't diabetes just damage over time? Makes sense? Oh my goodness. Doctor, we're here to save people. Pharmacy. Oh, sorry. I didn't hear what you say. Yeah. Diabetes over time. Could you imagine somebody in an MMO that just, they keep saying diabetes over time instead of, like, damage over time? They're just like, you know, everybody switch targets. Warlocks, keep your diabetes over time on the secondary target. We need to burn this one to take its buff down. Everybody's like, did you just say diabetes over time? Holy shit, we're already at the Magar orcs? This video went fucking fast. Mods, draw this guy like a virgin Soyjack and myself as the Giga Chad. A dyslexic hero gets reincarnated into a world with a very long, complicated words. New anime title dropped. What are the two big animes going on this season? There's the Russian accent girl one. I don't know if I can draw a Lysiver. Fuck you, Bits! Maga Orc. Do they have red cap? Magar. M-A-G-H-A-R. Ewan, can you shoot Lost One? No. No, I can't shoot Lost One. But you can challenge him to a duel. I'm going back and clipping the noise you made earlier. Shut up. I'll give you $5. I will not shoot Lost One for $5. I'll let you shoot me for $5. But I will not sell out my friends. Myself and my integrity, all day, every day. $5 to be unmodded. But I'll go total friggin' anime obsessed middle schooler weeaboo. My friends are the most important thing to me. I'll let you bully me any day. But if you mess with my friends, I'll kill you. Hi, Cairo. He's at least worth £1. I'll double Cybers put in. If Lost gets shot, I will shot on you any day for free. Okay. I don't have the $sign. Okay, now that Cairo is here, we can talk about Banjo-Kazooie. Here's the stage rankings. Mad Monster Mansion, number 1. Bubble Gloop Swamp, number 2. Treasure Trove Island, Number 3. I cannot believe I'm putting this up here. Clanker's Cavern number 4. Gobi's Valley number 5. Mumbo's Mountain number 6. Mumbo's Mountain, this is my baseline. This is the tutorial. I feel like if you're above this, I liked it. If you're below this, I didn't like it. Number 7. Click Clock Woods. Fuck this stage. Number 8. Freezeezy Peak. Fuck this stage. And the worst stage, Rusty Bucket, whatever. Rusty Bucket Port, Rusty Bucket, whatever. I did not like those 3 stages. Now, you were just on a time crunch, that's why you dislike Peak? It has nothing to do with time crunch. Well, it's less to do with a time crunch and more to do with how punishing the stages are. Like, it's a 1998 game. So, you know, it's just, they didn't have a lot of modern concepts for video games. But they needed the stages to get harder and harder. It's the last level, it should be harder. But instead of making it harder, they just made it more punishing. So, like, Freezeezy Peak... Bye. Thank you for hanging out. Freezeezy Peak, they just fucking...
No, I'm still gonna be here. I'll be right.
Okay. Freezeezy Peak, they just put these fucking snowman snipers that lead you and are difficult to kill. And that shit is so obnoxious. Quick Clock Woods? This is just waste your time the zone. This is literally like, okay, do the thing in spring, now do it in summer, now do the thing in fall, collect these 10 worms, oh, climb the tree for the 3rd time, oh no, you fell. Do it all over again. Start over, shit yourself. And it's just like, this fucking sucks, dude. Like, the aesthetic of these zones, especially Freezeezy Peak and Click Clock Woods, not bad. They have a good song. They're good stages, aesthetically, thematically. But like, playing them was not fun. Oh my god, I was like, going into Click Clock Woods, I was like, if I fall off this tree, I'm gonna be so mad. And I fall off the tree, and I land in the fucking thorns, which is like, cool, I just die, I guess. Can't wait to watch Banjo-Tooie today. Today? Man, Bits always hates me. Hello, Snow Bunny Cairo. What about $5? Bubble Gloop at 2. Mods type slash unmod in chat. Hi, Hunter. Muted. I do not, and you can't prove it. You're just on time crunch, that's why you dislike Peak. Hunt is a mega super cute dork. This last level, it should be hard. I agree that it should be hard. But, like, there's a difference between hard and punishing. And they didn't have a full understanding of that in 1998. The P in Peak stands for punishing. Peak of punishment. I would say a lot of endgame areas are brutal in N64. Rainbow Ride for Mario 64 is where boys become men. I play Banjo to get to Click Clockwood. Low tier god smile, same. I hated Click Clockwood. I was like, okay, Cairo said this was his favorite level. I don't need this one. I could just skip it. And like, I have enough puzzle pieces to get to the trivia quiz. But like, I should do it, right? And I wanted to do it. You guys were live in 64? You must be old as hell. I went into Click Clockwood. And it was just like, I couldn't do anything right away. It was like, oh, I have to set everything up in spring. And that means fucking climbing this tree, which takes so fucking long. Dealing with the camera. When you get to the part where they're building the house over the months, and you have to drop down a stage and the camera freaks out because now there's the walkway above you, that was just like, I hate this. I hate this so much. Cyber, we are vampire. No, so Mad Monster Mansion, that's just a fun stage. That's just, it's compact. I like its puzzles. It's got a fun theme. That's just a fun stage. Bubble Gloop Swamp. It's got fun enemies. It's got a fun transformation. I like the alligator transformation because it does something, lets you be small, but you're not so useless that you just can't do anything anymore. You actually have an attack, which is like, okay, this is nice. I feel like each form should have something that it can do. The bee should fly. The alligator can bite things. But the pumpkin and the ant, they just like exist. They can walk around and walk on slopes and through small openings. Pumpkin and ant suck. They're cute. Well, ant's not all that cute. The pumpkin's adorable. But like, I think a lot of my love for Bubble Gloop comes from Crocodile Banjo. Pumpkin is the only bad part of Monster Mansion? Yeah. Yeah. I will say, I'm a little critical of Monster Mansion with the locks. So it's got these gates, and if you beak break them, you'll break them. But it only works if you hit them from the side with the lock. So I feel like that can be a little misleading. Like, because I tried to beak break a gate from the wrong side, I was like, oh, I can't break these. And then when I, like, was running around for 10 minutes, like, man, I'm just fucking stuck. How do they expect Pumpkin to get out of this side? And then when I was looking at it again, I was like, maybe it's this lock here because it's a really large lock. And I was like, oh, okay. Pumpkin and ants exist, you know? And I took that personally. Treasure Trove Cove. This is just a great level. I hate the shark. I fucking hate the shark. And I found some of the water parts really stressful because of the shark. But, like, it's such a pretty level. You be honest with me. Uh-huh. Hi, Monkey Boy. Thank you for the follow. Did you use the Dirty Cheater Sandcastle? I use it to refresh blue eggs and red feathers. It took me 4 attempts to kill Gruntilda. And after the first attempt, I had like 8 feathers and 30 eggs. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go farm these. And I went into Treasure Trove Cove. Okay, so what I first tried to do was I went to the cauldron that has a golden feather behind it, jumped in it, jumped back in, the golden feather wasn't respawned, so I was like, fuck. I go into Treasure Trove Cove, I spent like 5 minutes climbing trees to get eggs, which is a whole like finicky, precise process. It's not like climb a tree, it's like walk along this leaf, now this leaf, now this leaf over here, and it's just like, there is no fucking way I'm gonna get 100 fucking eggs like this. Are you fucking... Oh my god. Especially since I was like, we're at 13 hours. We're at 14 hours. I want to fucking be done. So I said, okay. I don't get infinite eggs and feathers, but it'll fill them up. Wait, do you need gold feathers for the grunty fight for something? She shoots the green homing missile at you. And I don't know if you can dodge it, or if you're supposed to gold feather it. I was using gold feathers for it. You didn't have enough notes to open the refresh doors? Nope. Which answers that question. At the end, with the pont, there's the 4 doors that require like 864, 842. I was like 820 something. I think you just hide behind the statue? Nope, it goes through the statue. I can promise you that one. The fireballs will get blocked by... No, the fireballs won't get blocked by the statue. They will get blocked by the edges of the arena. You get full refresh, yeah? I saw those 4 doors, and they honestly made me panic. Because we went back and got all of our jiggies. We opened the door, and then I saw 4 more doors with note requirements. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. If I need to do more to get to Gruntilda, I might end. But then I talked to the pot, and he's like, no, I'll launch you right up. I was like, okay, these are optional unlocks. Cool. Whew. Don't have to do these. I saw those doors, and I started fucking sweating, guys. Went into the fight. I think that fight's unreasonable. I think that fight is too hard for a Nintendo 64 game. Now, everybody's saying, like, no, that's rare. That's old video games back then. It's not unreasonable. I feel like for a game called Banjo-Kazooie, that was like a cartoon for kids game, that's a little difficult. That's a little insane. I don't know how I beat it as a kid. I imagine I had infinite golden feathers. There's no way I didn't have infinite golden feathers. Because, like, what the fuck? That's like 4 phases? And, like, the last phase is like, you just don't have fucking time for shit. I don't know how you would do the last phase without golden feathers. And, like, even with golden feathers, I don't know how you would do it and, like, still have time to put 4 to 5 eggs in each side of the Junimator? That was the first hag maxing. That was gnarly. Kids are psychos with great reactions? Maybe I'm just disqualifying, like, how good at games kids can be. I look at myself and I look at it as, like, I get better at games every year. I get smarter, more intelligent, more discerning in, like, most aspects of life. My reaction time might not be as fast as it used to be. But, like, I don't think I'd look at things like that and be able to discern the strategy. Not when I was 8 or 10. First game I beat was Donkey Kong Country. I was like 6, and that game is hard. You think I have 2-phase choke on you? No, we died to her. We got to the 4 statues the first time. We actually almost did all 4 statues. I thought it was, like, at the final phase when I died. I didn't know about the big statue. Then I went and got the feathers and eggs. I wasn't going to do it, but Akashua was in chat, and they were like, you can put this code in to get infinite blue eggs. And I was like, wait, that's different than the code that Cheeto told me, which I guess just restores my eggs. So I went and put in the blue eggs code. That doubled my capacity and refilled me. Hi, Wolfie. Do a lurk? Hell yeah. Because it was just a restore, I wasn't super happy with the double capacity. But because it was like a full restore, I was like, okay, I'm absolutely okay with this. This doesn't feel like cheating. Did that for feathers. Did that for eggs. Didn't do that for gold feathers. Thought about it, but I didn't do it. Got to the Junimator twice, and then on the fourth time I did it, I was locked in and focused up. I was not talking for like the whole boss fight. Spin them in. Kids are psychos with great reactions. You are. First game I beat. And that game is hard. To try your reaction, you need to get outside? No. It's a good game. So you're telling me having 20 gold feathers and 100 red and 200 eggs is cheating. I don't think that's cheating. I think that's being very prepared. I don't think... So the 100 feathers and the 200 eggs, I don't think that really matters. Because you're not going to use all those in a fight. They're not really giving you that much of an advantage. Unless you're just bad with feathers and running out of feathers. The 20 gold feathers, that is a bigger advantage. That is like, I don't want to do this phase, so I'm going to skip it. So that one, I'm like, I'm less hesitant to be like, this is not cheating, this is just a refresh. Have good lurk? I'm back, not stinky anymore. Hell yeah. Because you rewarded those for finding Cheeto? I don't disagree. I don't disagree that it's not like just turning on a Game Shark sheet. That it's like, hey, you actually found this thing and it's like an unlock. It doesn't feel like cheating to me for that exact reason. And it's not like a gratuitous, hey, here's your infinite health thing. Even if you found it with Cheeto, that one I would be like, this is just cheating. Roguelite brain? Treasure Trove Cove, I think is a really good stage. I fucking hate the shark, but it's iconic. It's pretty. It's got a great song. Infinite would be cheating? Clanker's Cavern. To some extent, I hate Clanker's Cavern because it's the drowning phobia. But like, overall, I think the stage is just so well designed. It's incredibly unique in video games. You don't see it often. Like, most video games have a beach stage, have a ice mountain stage, have a volcano stage. And then Clanker's Cavern is like, no, we've got a fucking metal shark chained to the bottom of a giant cavern. That's kind of fucking rad. That is like, whoa, you don't see this often. It never... Diving down with the chains was the worst of it for me. The rest of it I was managing fairly okay. You gotta do other things for those. Why do you have a phobia of drowning? I don't know. My parents say it's because I almost drowned when I was 2. I don't know if I believe that. Just don't inhale water. Drowning is terrifying to me. Gobi's Valley. This is my 5th favorite stage. It's kind of here because I'm like, this is a good stage and I don't have any problems with it. But it's the least of the positive stages. Gobi's Valley was neat, fun theme, some annoyances. One thing about Gobi's Valley is that it feels like you can't do anything until you do this. It's like you have to do this and that unlocks the ability to do these others, jigsaws. It felt very... You have to do this to do that. But it was a good stage. I liked it. Mumbo's Mountain. This is like the default. This is stage 1, the tutorial. Nothing really to it. Whatever. Sure. Then we get to the negative ones. Click Clock. I've already complained about it. Climbing the fucking tree in spring to talk to an NPC, to climb the tree in summer to talk to an NPC, to climb the tree in fall to talk to an NPC, to get a jigsaw piece. That fucking sucks. Yeah, they were just throwing jiggies at you? Mumbo Mountain is like, hey, you showed up to this corner of the map. Here's your jigsaw piece. It's like, okay, dude, sure. But like, Click Clock Wood, God. It was literally like Diablo 4 prerequisite skills. With like, when you hit an enemy with a sword that is chilled on your 3rd attack on a Tuesday, you do an extra 10% damage. Whereas Click Clock Wood is like, talk to this NPC in this version of the map after completing this task, and you'll get the next stage to get the next part of the, or to get the jigsaw piece in the other stage. It's like, dude! Oh my god, this sucks! The other thing about Click Clock Wood, you get to turn into a bee and fly. That's cool. That's neat. It sounds fucking awful. It's literally like the Eggman and Sonic stages from Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. But instead of emulating tinnitus, it's just a fucking buzzing sound of bees. It's just the whole time as you're flying. And it's like, this fucking sucks. Who designed this? Click Clock Wood was so cool. I hated the bee. I hated the puzzles in it. It's a very pretty zone. It's very pretty. And you know, I might be biased, Cairo. You know, I'm getting there at like 12 hours, 13 hours. I'm very tired at this point. I'm like stupid because I've been going so long. So I'm missing the like ground slam that's in front of Fall that opens up the spring door. I'm just standing in front of the spring door going, how do I open it? What do I do, guys? And Farisu, Nixwar, and Sis are in chat arguing about a washing machine being in Banjo-Kazooie or Banjo-Tooie. And I'm like, guys, I don't care about the washing machine. How do I get in? Guys, please. Guys, how do I get in the stage? And they're like, Farisu, you can't turn into a washing machine! Swap to this weapon after killing an enemy? Good lord. Good thing you can get to be the bee again in Tooie. Washing machines in both. So I know there's a washing machine transformation in Tooie. In Banjo-Kazooie, when I was first turning into the crocodile, he accidentally turned me into a washing machine. He was like, wait, that's wrong, let me try again. And then he turns me into a crocodile. But Farisu was saying, there's a hidden minigame with bottles where you can unlock turning into an invincible washing machine. I don't know if I believe that. Akashua was backing up being like, yeah, it's real. Nix and Sis were like, no, it's not real. I don't know if they were being serious or just fucking with Farisu. I was at 13 hours in, so I was like, guys, I don't care. How do I get in the stage? Last thing I saw was watering the tree. Did you get the camel to the plant? We did get the camel to the plant. And that was actually the Jiggy I missed in Gobi's Valley. We watered the tree, the Jiggy appears at the top, and then you can't climb the tree. You have to fly over him. Well, I had forgotten to fly over him. But in my head, I was like, I remember watering the tree. I got that Jiggy. Which one did I miss? Risu just wants to be filled to the brim with foam. I need a drink. Yes, Riddle, but that's besides the point. Freeze easy way. I honestly just think those snowmen are brutal. I get it. They want you to have to deal with them once you have the flying thing. I think it should be like, a better way to do this would be like, hey, the map is kind of like shut down, like there's a lot of stuff you can't do in the map, and then you unlock the flying, but this also unlocks the snowman. So you get the flying attack, you have a way to instantly deal with the snowman. You don't have to like run around looking through the map, just trying to not have your day ruined by these snowmen. I think they just made it so unfun when I didn't have a way to deal with them. Whereas I think they should have not been there, spawn in with the, you get the ability, and now you deal with them. So you can transform into a washing machine. Yes. I would have liked Freeze Easy Way, Freeze Easy Peak, way more if not for those snowmen. Those are easily my least liked enemy in Banjo-Kazooie. And then Rusty Bucket, Harbor, whatever that stage is. The engine room just sucks. The engine room sucks, the oily water sucks, it's not a pretty stage. It's a cool theme, but it's like, you don't walk away from it going, wow, I really enjoyed my time there. It's more like, hey, it's a theme that enhances the other themes we were at because it's so ugly and unfun that the others are better for it now. It adds variety, but the theme itself is gross. We did get all 10 Jiggies in Rusty Bucket. We got 7 on our own, and then we were looking at the guide to get to Gruntilda fast. The 3 we missed were like kind of easy. Hi, Pixel. You moved a train? What do you mean you moved a train? Alpacas do not have the amount of horsepower to move a train. You've actually made me think of a Whitest Kid You Know sketch, Pixel. Alright class, welcome back from summer vacation. Would anybody like to share what they did for their vacation? Yes, Timmy, what did you do? I teached a whale to jump out of his tail. Timmy, that doesn't make any sense. What do you mean? That's what I did. I taught a whale how to jump out of his tail. I'm just buff like that. Yeah, Rusty is at the bottom. For sure. There were neat parts of Rusty. I wouldn't rank it as like a 0 of 10. Or rate it. Ranking, it's at the bottom, but rating, I still say it's like a 6 of 10. It's not a bad stage. The engine room is brutal. The engine room is gnarly. Maybe his Dino Pockets. There were some moments in Banjo-Kazooie that I thought was funny or interesting. Banjo and Kazooie didn't know bottles at the start. So, like, Tooty knew bottles. But Tooty gets kidnapped and you run out the door. And you're like, who the heck are you? And he's like, I'm Bottles, Tooty's friend. She's been kidnapped by Gruntilda. And I'm like, dude, you have 2 neighbors in this valley. And you don't know who they are? The second neighbor is Gruntilda. Who they immediately then go, who the fuck is Gruntilda? And it's like, dude, Look out your fucking house. Do you not see the big witch head carved into the side of the mountain Rushmore style? You never saw that? And went, I wonder who that is. I wonder who has the fucking power and ability to make something like that. No, this numbnuts, Denthead, Banjo, and Kazooie looked at the giant Rushmore Gruntilda head and went, I mean, that's a natural formation. Hi, Giraffeimation. Ayo, we walking? We are. I beat Banjo-Kazooie yesterday, so we're ranting about Banjo-Kazooie. I'm flabbergasted that Banjo and Kazooie, 1, didn't know who Bottles was, and 2, didn't know who Gruntilda was. The start of the game, they're like, who's Gruntilda? And it's like, you're like in a natural canyon. The only view you have is Gruntilda's head up there. What do you mean, who's Gruntilda? Yeah, it's natural. That was silly too. Now, I get it, right? It's a video game. I think the term is exposition. Explain to the viewer, who is Gruntilda? Gruntilda's the wicked witch that lives in the big witch head on the mountain. You know. Explain it to the audience. I feel like Banjo and Kazooie not knowing who Gruntilda, though, is crazy. It's like they just moved in. Come now, Ewan. It's a bird with nut for brain and a bear that's high on honey. Even just moving in, that's like question number 1, right? Let's say they move into the valley. And it's like, hey, before we settle down here, should we be concerned with the giant witch head up there? Nah, it's probably nothing. Okay, you sure it's got big glowing eyes? Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. As a kid, I mentioned this a few times. As a kid, I never beat Banjo-Kazooie. I never beat the trivia show. And yesterday, or the trivia quiz, yesterday, when I talked to the fairy godmother, the fairy godsister, I felt so stupid for like 9 hours. Because I thought, when you first talked to her, she says like, hey, come talk to me and I'll give you 3 tips and tricks. I thought this was like, I'll give you tips and tricks like Bottles did outside. I'll say like, if you're low on health, break open a honey beehive and you'll find 3 honeycombs to restore your health. If you use the golden wing, you won't take damage, but you'll still do damage to enemies. I thought she was going to say tips and tricks like that. So I literally just never talked to her. She said, come talk to me, I'll give you 3 tips and tricks, and I was like, no. And never talked to her. And then when I got to the trivia game, I didn't know any of the questions that were about Gruntilda, so I fucking avoided them in the quiz, probably. So for like 9 hours when I found out that's what she actually did, I was like, oh god, I'm so dumb. Then once I actually got to the trivia quiz and learned it's not all about Gruntilda, there's a lot of like, hey, where's this from? Hey, where's this song playing the game? Hey, how many links are there in the fucking chain holding Clanker down to the bottom of the cavern? Then I didn't feel so bad, because I was like, oh, this quiz is just fucking hard. It's not pure memorization of Gruntilda's stuff. It's like the whole game. I felt less bad not beating it as a kid toward the end. We beat it our first try yesterday. And then, And then we beat Gruntilda on our 4th try? Fight is fucking hard. Okay, so stage 1, just dodge her broom sweeps. Literally just run to the side. Easy peasy. Her hitbox is fucking huge, so it's kind of easy to like jump into her before doing the beak attack. That one's on you though. Just fucking learn. That's the easy stage. Stage 2, she's off to the side and you have to jump up on the wall and shoot eggs at her. The part that is hard is that you have to jump up on the wall. Which she has like 4 parts of this. That's a tear, I'm so proud. Part 1 of stage 2. Easy peasy. She gives you plenty of time. Stage 3 and 4, she is fucking a machine gun with these fireballs. She is just... waits a second. Alright, here's 4 more. And she's like, dude, chill. Give me a second to hit you. And last stage is just unreasonable. 3rd stage, she's up in the air and you have to dash attack her like 4 or 5 times. I don't think this is too bad. I don't particularly know exactly what you should be doing to dodge her, because it's just, you know, she goes from having to hit you on a 2D plane to a 3D plane, so she hits you way less. But, like, there was one time where I took, like, 3 or 4 hits in the air stage, and I was like, dude, this fucking sucks. What do I do? 4th stage, she gets the shield. You have to put eggs in the statues while dodging her just barrage of fireballs. Hi, Frightful. You're a pigeon? Hell yeah. Are you like a tumbler pigeon? Or a normal flying pigeon? When did VRChat become Walking Simulator? Oh, right, back in 2014. Hi, Crash. Welcome back. I think the statues and putting eggs in the statue is fine until you get to the Mighty Junimo. Or the Ginginator. That one's crazy. I'm back. So can somebody give me the too long didn't read of why UU is wrong? Alright, what was the last thing you saw, Cairo? What were you talking about when you stepped away? Was it Click Clock Wood? You were still shit-talking Click Clock Wood? Okay. Under Click Clock Wood was Freeze Easy Way. I just hate the snowmen there. Like, the snowmen are so awful, Cairo. I feel like it would have been better if the snowmen aren't there, but the level's kind of shut down. You can't really do anything. You're kind of just walking around and can, like, get some of the notes. And then you get to the point where Bottles is like, hey, here's the air dash ability. Oh no, snowmen are coming. And then, like, you can ignore them, but it's hard. Or you can use the air dash ability and take them all out. I feel like that would have put Freeze Easy Peak at, like, my 2nd or 3rd favorite map. But that's just a limitation of the hardware. That's just a limitation of making games back then. But, like, because I had to deal with them for 10 minutes when I hadn't found the ability from Bottles, it was like, this just fucking sucks. Like, I just hate this. Rusty Bucket Bay, bottom tier. I don't even think it's a bad map. I think it's like a 6 of 10. It's just ugly. The engine room is way too fucking brutal. The oily water sucks to deal with, not getting your breath back, even though you're at the surface. It's not bad, it's just the worst Banjo level. And then I was talking about the things I found that were funny, Cairo. Banjo and Kazooie, they didn't know Bottles. They also didn't know who Gruntilda was. So, like, Tootie gets kidnapped, and Banjo and Kazooie come out, and they're like, what happened? Who are you? And Bottles Their one singular neighbor is just like, I'm Bottles. I'm a friend of Tootie's. And it's like, what? Hi, media. Thank you. Oh my gosh, you're ridiculous. He basically is like, I'm friends with your sister, but like they don't know him. That's a little weird to me. I get it. I get why they do it that way, Cairo. It's because they don't want to immediately go into, Bottles, where's my sister? She's been kidnapped by the witch. You know, they got to explain it. It's one of those things where it's introduce them to the audience. Well, let's just also introduce them to the characters. I just felt like it could have been done better, but you know, whatever. It's not the focus. Same thing with Gruntilda. She's been kidnapped by the witch. And Banjo's dumbass is there going, who's the witch? Who is Gruntilda? And like, I feel like Bottles could have just been like, bro, are you fucking serious? Look up at the mountain. Look up at the big Mount Rushmore witch head in the side of the mountain. It's literally like 10 times the size of your house, dude. You think that was natural? That's the witch. She did that. She looks like that. What do you mean, who the fuck is the witch Gruntilda? That was silly to me. But again, exposition, introduce the character to the audience. I don't feel bad about not beating the trivia quiz. I felt really fucking stupid, Cairo, when I was like, I never talked to these fairy god sisters. And everybody was like, what? You need to talk to them. You either talk to them now, later, or have an insane memory, or like write them down now. But like, you can't beat the quiz without them. When I was a kid, when you first meet them, they're like, hey, talk to me and I'll give you 3 tips and tricks. And I heard that and I was like, tips and tricks? What, like Bottle did in Spiral Mountain? You know, after you jump, you can press A again to make Kazooie do a little wing flap? That's what I thought they meant by tips and tricks. So I was like, I don't need this shit. Literally never talking to you. Get out of my face. I was like, to me, those were the same things as the little like computer kiosks in Sonic Adventure 2 Battle that were like, hey, here's your little help quest counter. Here's if you're stuck, we'll tell you what to do. And I was like, no, that's baby gaming. I don't talk to these bitches. So I never talked to them. Once you guys explain to me that that's not what they are, and they literally give you the answers to the trivia thing, then I felt fucking stupid. Then I got to the trivia thing and realized, oh, the Gruntilda questions are only like 1/10 of it? Okay, now I don't feel so stupid. The trivia is just hard. Have good lurk. Hello, media. How are the Dino Packers doing? Lamau fair. Maybe there is a hot witch next door. Ewan flexing his big dick brain on my one cell. I did not feel smart yesterday. There would have been if they never rescued Tootie. Honestly, you're right. The trivia is easy if you play all the levels. I played all the levels, and I felt like it wasn't that bad. I think when I was a kid, I was getting to the end. There was just some questions that were like, this one I don't get. I watched you eat it on 2 Click Clock questions. Well, one of the Click Clock questions was like, what is this hole in the ground? And they show a green butthole. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? That could be like 4 different stages. Most of the questions were easy. There were a lot of guesses. I threw out a lot of guesses where I was like, I don't fucking know. This could be anything. But it was like, you know, think it through. One of the questions I guessed on and got right was, which of these is not like the others? Which of these does not belong? And it's like Bubble Gloop Swamp, green frogs, red frogs, or orange frogs. And I'm like, okay, well, I know there's orange frogs. I think there was also red frogs that you fight. So I think green frogs. But technically, I guess they weren't frogs in the turtle doing the symphony. The graphics are just so bad that you could look at them and be like, oh, those are frogs, right? But they're turtles. They're turtles? What? Those are some pretty vague and ambiguous turtles, Cairo. You only know they're turtles because they have shells. Which, with those graphics, could just be fucking shirts. I don't know. I think of a choir, I think of frogs before I think of turtles. I was proud of my I should call her. That is so Cap Jr. I'm not wrong for that. Look at Rabbit and Steel. Is it the turtles that have the singing boss? Or is it the frogs that have the singing boss? Yo, did Gruntilde, you show her? Oh, this is not a kid game. They were turtles. I don't know. I had to think about, like, which frog didn't belong in Bubble Gloop. Orange, red, or green? That has to be racist? No. Frogs like singing. That's their whole thing. They croak. Dog agreed ahead. Dog ahead. That was a question where I thought about it, had a good educated guess, got it right. There was one or two where it was like, holy shit, what? So like, the Clanker's Cavern question. How many links does the chain have? 6, 8, or 10? Fuck you if you think, oh, obviously it's 8. I played the level. That's fucking ridiculous, Cairo. I thought about it and was like, okay, 6 is probably too short. 10 might be too long. They were about this big, so maybe 8? I'm gonna guess 8, and that ended up being right. There ain't no way you fucking went into that quiz going, oh, Clanker's Cavern? Yeah, that's 8 chains. Yeah, I remember counting that out. There's no way. The more honeycombs you had collected, the better off you would be in this trivia, right? So if you'd gotten 3 extra honeycomb, you'd have way more like chances to fail. So the more you play the game, the easier it is for you. The more you rush, the more bare bones it is. That's good, that's fair. We rushed, so we only had 1 extra honeycomb. Gruntilde herself. I think that final phase is just brutal. I think aside from just rushing it down and taking hits, I don't know what you're supposed to do. Because between dodging all the fireballs, gold feathering the green blast, and then getting 4 to 5 eggs in each hole, and you don't have enough time unless you get hit in abusive iframes. That's rough. That is crazy rough. I'd like to see what a speedrunner does there and how they handle it without getting hit. Or if they do just get hit. Because that final phase of the fight, I'm like, there ain't no fucking way. Banjo-Kazooie is a classic and one of the greatest games of all time. I'm looking forward to day 365. We're probably not going to celebrate it right on day 365, but for our year anniversary of streaming, we will be playing the sequel to the game, Yooka-Laylee. We'll play Yooka-Laylee on stream. We're not going to 100% that. We're going to do the same thing as Banjo-Kazooie, where we try to beat it in one sitting. Do the collectathon. Get just enough to go to the end. No? No, what? What's wrong, Lost One? What's wrong? Taxes, Rex. Oh, fuck, today was supposed to be a beach day. I forgot. You poor bastard. We're not playing Yooka-Laylee as the sequel to Banjo-Kazooie. That is such a fucking heretical statement. Now we don't get back anything from our taxes? You do, it's just a little delayed. It's just like real life now. We'll do it tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow. Stealing Biatch Day. No, I'll put a note in after stream today when I upload a VOD. I'll put it in my title information in parentheses. Beach Day, so that it's a reminder for myself. Guys, I was so fucking tired last night. It was like 2 a.m. I didn't plug in my trackers or my hands or anything. I didn't get any notes. I woke up at 7 this morning. I was like, oh, fuck. And I plugged everything in to charge. I, started looking up news to get ready. I don't know if nothing fucking happened yesterday, or if just because I didn't have a full day to collect notes if I didn't have much. But I kind of felt like nothing happened yesterday. Hattie Time sweeped mid lately. Back then, too. It was so based. Dude, I remember being so excited for Yooka-Laylee. And honestly, I do think the aesthetic and the characters from Yooka-Laylee are super cute. But, like, I don't know if you've played it, Cairo. It just feels so hollow. It just feels so empty and soulless. Nah. It's like, okay, so a lot of the devs that worked on Banjo-Kazooie, they worked on Yooka-Laylee. I saw gameplay and thought it looked bad. Oh, they are so full of themselves, Cairo. They actually think they made Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie, which are God's gift to video gaming and humanity, that, like, they can't do anything wrong. So you go into Yooka-Laylee, and they're literally just making fun of gamers. They're literally just like, why are we collecting these notes? Oh, players just like collectathons like this because they're miserable and need to distract themselves. I don't know. It's like jingling keys in front of somebody. It keeps them entertained. And it's like, motherfucker, Banjo-Kazooie was good, but it wasn't this good. You don't get a fucking, like, what the fuck are we doing here? Hi, Juice. They literally just constantly have comments like that, where they're like, haha, we're being funny and breaking the fourth wall. And it's like, no, you're just being fucking rude. Oh, like that cursed DMC game? You get to the levels. The levels are okay looking. They're not, like, super pretty. And they keep the camera at an angle where you never see, like, crazy views. It's top down in a way that, like, you never see, like, a super pretty skybox with, like, mountains in front of it that you can go to. It's almost like they still think they're on a Nintendo 64 and need to hide some of the graphical limitations. And then the puzzles are like... So in Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, they had a few repetitive puzzles, right? You do this in this stage. And then 4 stages later, you might see it again. And then 3 stages after that, you might see, like, its final version. So, like, in Banjo-Tooie, there was a minecart race. You do it in Dry Gulch or Glitter Gulch. I think you might do it in another stage. And then you do it in the Cloud stage, where you have this minecart race. It's the same puzzle, but different iterations of it that are very different difficulties. In Yooka-Laylee, they put a minecart race in stage 1, and then a minecart race in stage 2, and then a minecart race in stage 3, and then a minecart race in stage 4. And it's like, holy shit. You are so unoriginal and uncreative. These don't even feel like different races. They're so similar that it's just like, oh, it's just the minecart race of this stage. Yooka-Laylee just honestly sucks. Juice hug. My Juice Dev, you don't need Skybox. You poke you in the chest like collection stuff. I don't know. To some degree, I want to beat Yooka-Laylee like I did with Banjo-Kazooie. But... I don't know. It seems like such a hassle. I have it on Steam if I ever want to go back to it. For day 365, I have no idea what I'm going to do. It's not going to be Yooka-Laylee, I'll tell you that. So yeah, what the news of today? The big news of today... I mean, so there's the experimental drug that can boost insulin production. There was the big soccer match. Spain versus England. Spain won. That was really it. Just more stuff about Trump. More stuff about the soccer match. I saw 2 really feel-good stories. I mentioned the one, the insulin production drug. I saw another really nice story. There's a big streamer named Aiden. I don't know much about Aiden. However, he's done well for himself as a streamer, makes a lot of money. He earned enough money that he paid off his mom's student debt. Apparently his mom owed like $200,000, $300,000 student debt, and he just wiped it. He just fucking wiped the whole debt. And then he called his mom, and he was like, "Hey mom, is there anything you want? I want to give you something, because, you know, you've always been awesome to me, you've been a great mom, and I just want to give back to you." And she's like, "Oh no, Aiden, I'm good, I don't need anything. It's just happy to, I'm just happy to see you thriving and doing well." And he's like, "Well, maybe there's something, mom, like anything, like, I want to get you something." She's like, "No, Aiden, no, there's nothing I want." It's like, "Well, I already got you something. Yeah, I just took care of your student debt. You don't have to pay that no more." And she's like, "No, you can't do that. It's too much. You can't do that." And he's like, No. It's not I'm going to take care of it. It's done. It is already taken care of." And she's like, No, you can't. Like, it's through this agency." And he mentions the agent that specifically works with his mom. And he's like, "No, I talked to this person. I think her name was like Caroline or something. I have already taken care of your debt. It's paid for." And the mom, seeing that her son mentions the agents that she's been talking to for years, she just starts crying. Very heartwarming. We fucking love those stories, right? Of like, hey, this child, this offspring of this parent is doing well, and they buy an awesome gift for their parent, who put in the work raising them, did an awesome job. We fucking love stories like that, right? Now, part of me in the back of my head is like, ah, yes, the orphan crushing machine dilemma of like, this shouldn't be a feel-good story. Because you look at any European country and they never have $100,000 to $300,000 in student loans. Free education is a thing over there. So it's kind of like, yay, let's praise the orphan who raised $1,000 for his classmates to be able to afford school supplies. And it's like, now hang on. Why did the orphan, why did the 6-year-old student have to raise $1,000 for his school supplies? Shouldn't those be provided? Why is that the 6-year-old's responsibility? Right? Kind of that issue of like, education shouldn't be a thing. Well, it shouldn't be a thing. Education loans shouldn't be a thing. But still, very nice, touching story. Have you heard of halal loans? No, I haven't. Please tell me. Money also, but it's here. I need to go to the store today. I only have enough tortillas to make one burrito. That's too few burritos. I need many burrito. This guy. Islam doesn't allow interest on loans. So in Islamic regions, they have a type of interest-free loans. Canada has opened up financing to allow these types of loans, and anyone can apply for them. How do they make money if they have interest-free loans? Is it like you pay back 1.1? So if you get a loan for $100, you pay back 110, but it's 110 and it will never go up? This guy and his burritos. That easy? They don't make money? I feel like they wouldn't do it if they don't make money. I know for business loans, they get a cut of the profits. Yeah, okay. So, like, I would imagine there's no interest, but there is markup. I don't know how it works for private loans. So, like, let's say you needed a loan for $100,000. I could see the bank being like, okay, we will loan you $100,000. You pay us back $110,000. So they would make $10,000. But there's no interest on it. So the profit is only $10,000. Whereas, especially in the US and most places, you know, it's like, hey, we will give you $100,000, but there is 2% interest. And so, let's say you pay back $20,000 the first year. You owe $80,000. You would owe 2% of $80,000 added on. And then let's say you pay $20,000 again. Your loan, which would be, you would have owed like 81.8 thousand. You would then go down to like 61.8 thousand. And then you would pay, it would go up 2% again. So you'd owe a bit more. So by the time you paid everything off, you'd have paid more than the 100,000. You'd have paid, like, if you were paying off 20% of it a year, or 20,000 a year, you'd pay it off in 6 years. But the problem is when loans have enormous interest rates. So, like, we hear a lot of college debt loans. that had like 6-8% interest, and they balloon, especially if you know, your market crashes and your degree is useless. You spent $100,000 getting a degree, and then you can't get a job that makes an amount of money. You're not making more than the interest is growing. You're not able to pay as much as the interest is growing. And you get stuck with, you know, a lifelong college fund debt. Shout out to Sally Mae. Businesses will do that because they will make money. If it was like, hey, we've got these interest-free loans, and there's no markup. You need $100,000? We give you $100,000, you pay back $100,000? That's just not going to be a thing. Unless it's government funded and tax funded, no business is ever going to do that because things are going to go wrong. A guy borrows $100,000 and then he dies. Well, how does the money recoup, or how does the business recoup its losses? It fucking wouldn't. You know, a guy gets $100,000 and then he fails, and he will just never be able to pay them back. How do they recoup their losses? Well, with interest and markup, the way they do it is they eat those costs, but it's still more profitable for them to handle it. If you give out 10 loans for $100,000 that each have 10% markup, so you loan out $1 million, 100,000 times 10. 100,000 is returned to you, and each of those give 10% back for an extra 100,000. You'd profit 100,000. But let's say one of the guys, he paid back 9,000, and then he fucking died. Instead of getting 100,000 as profit, you would get 9,000 as profit at the end of this. That's easy. They don't make money. And for business loans, they get a cut of the profits. I don't know how it works for private loans. Someone need to start hitting the chain for it to break. How will they recoup that? Easy. It's called a loss. It's called a loss. That doesn't recoup the lost profits, though. That's two different concepts, Riddle. That's two different terms in the system. This fucking sky looks cool. This raid theming was so good. It's a shame the raid itself was kind of lackluster. Firelands was very buggy and only had 7 bosses. But look at how cool this shit looks. The sky on fire. The fucking Firelands tower. Gah. That shit's dope. Cataclysm kind of fell apart in development. It's amazing that they were able to keep it together as well as they did. But apparently they were planning like 14 raid bosses for the second tier. They were going to have the fire raid and the water raid. And then they just decided the water raid was stupid and scrap it. And so we only got the fire raid with 7 bosses. 14? Yes. So when Cataclysm launched, it had, I think, 15 bosses? Maybe 14? I think it was 6 in Blackwing Descent, 6 in Twilight's Crucible, and 2 in Vault of the Winds. So 14 bosses at launch, which is fucking insane. Then Firelands comes out, and it's 7 bosses. What they were initially planning was Firelands and a water-themed raid around water elementals to come out. And it would have been 7 and 7. It would have been another 14 bosses. But the stuff they were planning for the water raid, they were planning like a big moving snail fortress. Moving along the depths of the ocean. That you're like moving up his shell as it's progressing to different areas. And they were just like, this is too much, we can't do it. Scrap it. And so they came out with just the Firelands. And thematically it was cool. But, like, it was only 7 bosses. So it was very, very short. The bosses were a little buggy. It wasn't as good as it should have been. And then after that, I don't know what went wrong with the second patch. The snail idea is cool, though. I'll point it out to you, Riddle, if I remember, the next time we're in the Vashir walking zone. But they had these two giant snails. 2 or 3 giant snails. I want to say 2. That are like colossal beings on the bottom of the ocean. And the Twilight's Hammer is basically inside of them like parasites, harvesting their blood for blood magic. And so these 2 snails are like crying out in pain. And they're asking you to help them to kill these cultists inside of them that are like literally carving out their insides while they're alive. And you save one of them. The second one you find is long dead. They carved out the first one and are using its remains, its shell, as a temple. And the second one you find, they're like, you stop them. And so the raid was going to be them attacking the second one again. And I don't remember if it was planned for it to live or die. But you were going to be helping it. Where can I join those cultists? So these cultists are right here. They're the Twilight's Hammer cult. They serve the old gods and want the end of the world. The history of Azeroth in World of Warcraft. Basically, the Titans made the world and left it. And then this world, which is kind of like raw power, raw energy, raw potential. The Void, the darkness, found it and created 5 old gods on it to basically corrupt this world soul. These gods created a bunch of like minions and servants. But the Titans came back. The Titans came back and wiped out the minions and servants. Most of them kind of just like didn't get fully exterminated, but like hid underground, went into dormancy and hiding away. And the 5 old gods were defeated and sealed away. One of them died, but the Titans learned that their souls had been tethered to the world soul, and so if these old gods died, it would hurt the planet. Kind of like D&D Abolist? Yeah. And so they learned they couldn't kill the old gods, so they just tried sealing them away. Hi, Baituokos. Thank you for the follow. The Titans then left again. Well, in the Cataclysm expansion, a lot of their cultists, who have kind of been gathering their strength, meeting in secret, they kind of like launch an invasion. They're like, we're coming back, we're gonna bring back the old gods. And they are led by a corrupted dragon named Deathwing. His name used to be Neltharion. But then he was like mind broken by the gods. And now he's like turbo insane and wants to bring about the end of the world. And so this old god, not this old god, this dragon, he serves the old gods. He's corrupting elements all over the planet. He is leading the way to the end of the world. And so it's a very elemental themed expansion. There's a lot of fire, water, air, and earth. The first raid tier, you deal with the air elementals. You deal with the cultists. And you deal with a lot of dragons. The second raid tier, you deal with fire elementals. You were supposed to deal with water elementals as well, but that fell through. And then the third raid tier, you deal with earth elementals, because Deathwing himself is like dominant over earth. So those are the strongest. He has the strongest control over earth elementals. And then you deal with more than cultists, but like the actual abominations of the void. It had potential as an expansion. They just got over ambitious and things fell through. At the time when it came out, it was like the worst expansion. People were like, Burning Crusade is better. Wrath of the Lich King is better. Mists of Pandaria came out and everybody was like, wow, Mists of Pandaria is now the worst. And then we got Warlords of Draenor. And Warlords of Draenor was so trash that everybody was like, okay, Cataclysm not that bad. And you know what? Mists of Pandaria, better than Cataclysm. Deadwing the jawless bitch. Deathwing should dominate his jaw instead. Technically, he had a jaw. He was just like Captain Underbite. With the big metal accessory one. We're at 4.2 miles. We are definitely going to be at 5 by the end. I am definitely more tired than usual. I am exhausted after yesterday. Oh, this was funny. At the end of the Banjo-Kazooie stream, we raided Takaru. And Takaru had literally typed in /raid Yuland. Darren Walkie's a little early, did 4.2 miles and done Tamiya today. Hell yeah. Good job. 4.2 is not bad. That's literally what I'm at now. Oh, you are tired. I can't wonder why. We raided Takaru. Takaru had a raid going through to me. And he was like, wait, cancel the raid, wait. Oh no. Yuland, I was gonna raid you. I was like, that's fine, stack the raid. We then raided Lele. And Lele was like, wait, I'm ending. So then she raided somebody, I forget who. At this point, I had like started getting ready for bed. So it was like 3 of our raids all happening at the same time that ended up stacking together into one person. End raiders? Comedic timing. Yeah? Yeah. You raided Takaru first? I did. I raided Takaru. And he had literally typed out raid Yuland. And so, like, when we got there, he was like, wait, cancel the raid, wait! It's funny, because, like, I've had that exact situation happen to me. Where, like, it was, like, day 30 or something, day 40. And I'm like, who are we gonna raid? I know. Let's raid my friend Wagyumi. Wagyumi's been awesome and a big support. And Tucker raided Lele. And Lele raided Pokemon Dude. Yeah. I was like, let's raid Wagyumi. 2 seconds after I say, let's raid Wagyumi, a message pops up in chat. Wagyumi has raided your channel with 28 raiders. And it was like, what? What? Just like the gears all shutting down in my head as I'm trying to process. Hang on. I thought we were raiding Wagyumi, but she has raided us. How does this happen? Alright. Let's get the political stuff out of the way. So obviously, the guy tried to shoot Trump 2 days ago. And that shit's been wild. It's been fucking consuming the news. It's life when streaming late. The actual news stories about this, I mean, so the theories we've seen about this are unhinged and crazy. The news stories about it are fucking wild. So, like, I'm a socialist. I lean pretty left. A lot of news agencies have been writing stories titled, Trump rushed off stage after popping noises at rally. Trump, rushed off stage, because loud noises, a disturbance at a rally. And it's like, I get that you don't like Trump and you're trying to discredit him, but this is just like blatant lying. This is just like, the man got shot at. What the fuck are you saying? There was one, I think it was Forbes. No, it wasn't Forbes. Forbes had a different bad thing. One of them was like, Trump fell at rally, so Secret Service rushed him off stage. And it's like, you were trying to portray him as old and feeble and hurt himself, and that's why he left. And not that he was fucking shot at. I don't like Trump, but this is insane. Forbes. Oh, God. Forbes had, but you and they are the bad guys. They are the bad guys. But that doesn't mean you get to become bad guys to discredit them. Forbes had a really bad article. They were like, concerns rise that Trump will be able to utilize or capitalize being shot at with black voters. Because he will now, because he now has this thing that happens to black people only, Trump will gain support with the black vote. And it's just like, what the fuck are you saying? What? And it was just like, this article was so bad and so racist from Forbes. They're trying to take it down and scrub it. Oh, hello? I have a traitor among us. His call, Ewan. Ah. I used to remember I used to know Forbes was like a good fact-checking place. Like, Forbes did good journalism. So if you wanted to know, like, hey, was this myth or was this story from 10 years ago true? You could check Forbes and get good info on it. But now it's a fucking joke. Only black people get shot at. Dude, the Forbes article. What the fuck? It was just... It was racist, but like... But like that liberal leftist white person who has only interacted with other white people at their college racist, like, we need to take care of black people and make sure all of them have all the hip-hop they can listen to and be happy. It's like, what the fuck? Like, it's just... It's not that, like, Southern racism. It's that, like, virtue signally, you probably don't believe in what you're talking about racism. It's just, oh, God. I don't know how to describe it, but it's gross. Alright, let's follow that up with a funny story. No, not hip-hop, please. Give me dubstep. Let's follow that up with a funny story. So the soccer match. England versus Spain. England lost. Spain won. Happy for them, I guess. A lot of people have been taking shots at the other team over soccer. Because, as you know, sports fans get very fucking heated, right? We saw it yesterday with someone in chat who is, like, kind of mauling over England. Bottom of the barrel for news, huh? Juice, you know you make me mad when you talk about it like that, right? Yes. I don't have much news, Juice, because I was playing Banjo-Kazooie all day yesterday. I had 30 minutes to collect news. Chill the fuck out. If you don't want to be here, Juice, no one's forcing you. You can leave if you want to. Try not to piss me off. Like, try not to just be rude to me. I'd really appreciate that. What was funny about this is that, a guy was tweeting in Spain, from Spain. He's happy that the Spanish team won. And he was like, why are there so many English people taking shots at Spain right now? Why would they hate Spain? They never colonized anyone, unlike the English. They got community noted so fucking hard. Because, obviously, Spain has one of the fucking largest, like, colonizers in history. Like, Spain is right up there with England. And so, this fucking idiot being like, "Why? Who would hate Spain? Who could possibly hate Spain? They never colonized anyone like those dirty English people." And it's like, okay, I can give you about 3 reasons in this sentence alone why people aren't gonna like you, buddy. It reminds me of this podcast, and I don't know much about this podcast. I think it's a guy with Bobby Lee. And they were talking about racism. And, this guy was arguing that Koreans were one of the least racist people, and he himself was Korean. And he's just like, nobody can hate Koreans. They're not racist anybody. They get along with everybody. And his podcast dude, who's white, is like, what are you talking about? Your people are probably one of the most racist people. He's like, what? No. There's never been an instance of racism in South Korea. They've never done anything anywhere close to slaves. And his podcast, he was like, look that up. Fact check him right now. I want to fact check him right this moment. They look it up, and the Wikipedia note is like, South Korea has the longest running unbroken chain of systemic slavery in all of history, where they had a system of government enabled that, like, had slavery for, like, 1,500 years. And so not only was he wrong that there were slaves, it was, like, the worst slavery with an unbroken chain for 1,500 years. And it was so fucking just in your face and like, you're so dead wrong, that they're all just fucking laughing their asses off. Oh boy, fun fact, the Spanish was the first to come to this island. They call our island Islas Inútil, useless island, and leave. Oh, jeez. That's just mean. Oh god. There was that with the soccer. There was also like the soccer finals match that Hi Starry. There was also the match itself that like had problems with hitting capacity. So, I don't know if this was the finals match. It was a soccer match in Colombia. But basically, people were sneaking into the soccer match without tickets. And then the stadium was at capacity. And then people were showing up with tickets and being told, yeah, there's no seats anymore. It's like, what the fuck do you mean there's no seats? I have a fucking ticket. And so, apparently what was happening was a bunch of people found, like, the air ducts. These air ducts were, like, so massive, they were, like, 4 feet tall, 5 feet wide. And they just put up a fucking ladder and were crawling through the air ducts to get into the stadium without tickets. And I saw a video of it. And it's just, like, just a line of people going into the duct and going in. And they did this for hours. Which is like, oh, you really can't be doing that. Like, on a safety level, but like a moral level. But that happened with that soccer game. But the Dutch came and used the bay, make a fortress. Hmm. A woes. Hmm. We played Banjo-Kazooie yesterday. Bro, just watch it on TV. I understand wanting to be there in person. And I understand, like, you know, fuck the rich. Poor should be able to have nice things like watch soccer game. But when it starts becoming like a health risk to people, it's like, okay, hold on. Remember Drake betting on a Canada-Spain match? Spain won and their English Instagram had a story post with the team in the text, "Not like us." Oh god, that's funny. Well, I'm not a party ambient guy. I'm the same. I would rather watch a game on TV than in person, but you know, I understand I'm probably the minority. For 365. I don't even know what day I'm gonna do it. Okay, today is 362. 365, it's 366 for a year. 3 is Tuesday. 4 is Wednesday. 5 is Thursday. 6 is Friday? Oh. What would be a good game to play on Friday that doesn't go too long that it runs into core stuff? I don't usually watch sports. I never watch sports, sorry. I look up talking points sometimes, and sometimes sports comes into it. But, like, I didn't even like playing sports as a kid. Hi. How are you, Cookie? Did you see what I did yesterday? I'm going to assume you can't talk for some reason. And that's okay. I'm gonna grab your paw. This is mine now. Do you guys do this with your pets? Do you like just a dog or a cat just like gently wrap your hand around their paw and be like, this is mine now? And sometimes they're okay with it. And sometimes they're like, no, stop it, give it back, no. Hi, Violet. I'm at a party. I'll be standing under a tree far away like I'm often. There you go.
Wow, there we go. Meow.
You grab animals' paws and claim them as yours? Because I definitely do.
Yes.
The fuck? What is Yulin doing to his pets? Cairo! It's affectionate. You're not, like, hurting them. You're not, like, firmly grasping or yanking. You're just gently wrapping your hand around their paw. Being like, yeah, this is mine now. I just beat the shit out of my dog, easy. We fight on the daily. Last time been in a sport was only because my bro-in-law had me come. Then they complained at me when I looked bored because I was a waste of their ticket. Yeah, fuck that situation. The last time I went to a sporting event, I think, it was in high school. And I went to a football game with my dad. And, like, I was either asking about the rules because I didn't understand, or I was on my phone. And I think my dad was like, you know, I was kind of hoping, like, you seeing this in person would be like, wow, sports are so cool, Dad. I care about this more. And it was just like, no. No, I think my son knows what he likes. Yeah, I do that as well. Cairo. Well, research say your bro-in-law made you come. Jill! Jill, they're new, Cairo. Dad should take you fishing. We've gone fishing. Pretty much the same thing. It's like I would rather be playing on a Game Boy, which honestly, that's what my dad and I should have done. We should have gone fishing where I just hang out and play Game Boy, and he just fishes. Oh God, why didn't we ever do that? We just thought we had to be doing the same thing. There's still time? You're not wrong, Riddle. Go fish with that. The thing is, I just fucking hate being out on the lake. So I had to stay in their house, since I didn't have a place to stay, I didn't want to take chances, I guess. Well, so Starry. Kairo's, I think, making a lewd joke there. But you're hopefully making a serious statement that, like, yeah, they invited you. You didn't want to disappoint them, so you went. Went to the sports game. And then have fish burrito. I actually don't like eating fish. Well, I haven't tried fish in a long time. I need to try it again. We're at 5.1 miles. But we are not done with Hyjal. We've got like 3 more sections. Maybe... No, we've got 3. We've got a really short Harpy section. Then we've got the jail section, and then the World Tree section. But yeah, Cookie, did you see what we did yesterday? We beat it! We did the whole thing.
Yeah.
Hi, Mommy Bridget. Okay, what I know of you. Fish that have a really strong taste you won't like. Cookie, a big cute dork. True. I don't know what I'm gonna do for 366. I don't know what I'm gonna do for a year. I could do Banjo-Tooie. I could do Hat in Time.
Oh, Hat in Time.
Mm-hmm. I could do,
I beat.
Go ahead.
I thought your chat. I beat them.
Mm-hmm. I could do Legend of Zelda games. I never beat Ocarina of Time or Wind Waker.
No, you should do that.
Mm-hmm.
Ocarina of Time. That one's fun.
We might do that one. 369 play lewd game. No lewd games yet. No lewd games yet. The stream ended up going like 15 hours yesterday. I ended, I passed the fuck out. Play Genshin, Zelda, I mean Breath of the Wild. Honestly, people say Genshin Impact is a copy of Breath of the Wild because it has the same climbing animations. But after playing Banjo-Kazooie, I'm pretty sure both of them were just copying Banjo-Kazooie. That's the same climbing animation. They ripped one for one. Gotta play a horror game for day 666? Good lord, no. I don't know. Maybe I convince people to pay a lot of money for it. And then we'll play a scary game. Maybe. Fucking doubt it. I'm kind of thinking Ocarina of Time now. That one sounds the most fun. Because it's the same exact situation of Banjo-Kazooie where I've done most of it. I've even beat the final boss on a friend's console. But I never beat it myself. I will hold a candlelight ceremony for your soul. Chicken shit, comrade. Do Chow make baby noises? Yes.
Meow, meow.
They go, oh, They make baby noises, I see fire. Which is why... Okay, so I'm not crazy. Which is why when I come to this map, I turn off chows and sounds. As cute as I love chow, as cute as chows are and as much as I love them, I did not want those playing next to me. I'll take that advice, BRB. Have you ever been to this map before, Cookie?
I just did. Oh yeah, you came here with Core.
Okay. My memory is so fucking shit with my walking days and just any VR chat stuff. It all blends together. There's a secret dark chow and a secret heaven chow. And I use the secret heaven chow when I'm in desktop.
You can shake the tree.
Yeah. It'd be funny if Banjo-Kazooie in games that use that animation just use a standard climbing animation template or something, lol. Kind of like how they have stuff like that in Unity Store. So, yes. Basically, that story. People were complaining about Genshin Impact stealing from Breath of the Wild. Because things like the climbing animation look the same, right? But it's like, well, of course the climbing animation looks the same. That's how a person would climb. If you're holding onto a wall, your legs are going to be against it. And you're going to right arm, left arm, right arm. Your legs are going to be moving right, left, in tandem with those. And so it makes sense that that's how a person climbs. I don't know what they expected if they wanted the Genshin Impact climbing animation to be like moonwalking up a wall. Like, how much different can you get with a human body climbing up a wall? After watching BNS, Wuthering Wave copy Blade and Soul? I don't think they did. I think they've, been inspired by the concept of walking on water. Of certain things like that. Both of them are like, very kung fu inspired things, and like that is a very kung fu movie thing of like walking on water, gliding through the air. What's the movie? It's not like a Bruce Lee movie, but it's like sort of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I think that's the movie. They do the gliding thing that you see in a lot of Kung Fu. And like Blade and Soul, they just do that. In Blade and Soul, you can run up a wall and then dash off of it. And then like you just glide. But like that's just straight from
That's true.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, which I don't remember when that movie was made. Like the 90s? Like most animations, certain movements are recycled. Look at Disney a little. Okay, so yes, certain animations and movements are going to be recycled, but some things are just natural. Like the way I'm walking. Can people be like, oh, you're just copying Bayonetta because they have walking in that game? It's like, no, this is just how a human body walks. BNS movement around is pretty fluid and cool. Hi, Matoshiro. Here to think of any of these guys getting their way in copyright climbing, etc. LOL. Imagine people don't play game but nitpick. Kung Pao running on the wheat stalks. Just use the source engine ladder climbing animation. What about Kung Pao? Good lungs, air push-up. Kung Pao Into the Fist is a good time. I'm talking about when people say this game is copying this game, but it's also copying this game. I'm kind of talking about that as well, Freya. But I feel like we're going different ways with it. You're looking at the point of like, this game is copying this game. But that game's probably not the original. They've copied another game. There's a long ladder of people copying or taking inspiration from something long before them. Fun fact, any movie, any video game, any show, if they get cut with a sword and you see like a stream of blood come out, that doesn't happen. That's copying a samurai movie from like the 50s or 60s, where they had an accident. They had an accident with their blood hose for their special effects that had too much pressure in it. So they cut him, and then the blood just fucking shot out into the sky, and they're like, "Oh God, we're so sorry. We'll fix this right away." And the director was like, "That was fucking awesome.
No.
Let's do that more.
Keep it.
Let's do that all the time. That was super unique and cool." And now, that is used so often in movies that people think that's what actually happened. They think that if you go cut somebody across the chest with a sword, that there's going to be so much pressure in their veins and arteries that there's going to be like whoosh, blood into the air. When really, it's just going to start like coming down like a stream across their body. There is no like spray into the air effect. It's common movements that are used. Certain animations are recycled. Right. You're looking at the animations. You're looking at like this thing, but I'm saying like at a certain point, hi Senril, at a certain point you cannot look at animations or recycling animations. You cannot be like, "Oh, it started here. It started here." Because at a certain point, there is just natural stuff, right? If a movie has a red flower, you can't be like, "Oh, they used a red flower because they took inspiration from this movie in the 50s. It's a red flower. It's like... That's not an issue of inspiration. At a certain point, it's like, it's too basic and simple. And so, that's my point of view with Genshin Impact when people are like, they're copying Breath of the Wild. And it's like, how did you want them to climb a wall? There's no, like... animation recycling. There's no like, "Oh, they took inspiration from this or copied this." That is the natural way a human body would climb the wall. Movements are natural. Animations are like fighting mechanics, etc. Well, not necessarily. Animations can be anything. You can have an animation for picking your nose, and then put that on the Unity store. And then someone else could use that in their game. $1 million idea, everybody. Go sell a nose-picking animation for $1 on Unity. Nobody's done that before. You'll make lots of money. Good lungs. Copying isn't a good argument, to be honest. Also, the animation isn't really the same when you climb in Genshin. It's like climbing a ladder. When Link climbs up, he has his legs and arms spread apart like he's climbing a cliff. Yes, correct. Gives up. If you're saying something differently, Freya, I'm not catching it. I'm sorry. I mean, with those Dumpy, you do walk like Bayonetta. You are copying Bayonetta. She's gonna walk with all that schmeat in the way. I was just using like, what would be known for a walk? Bayonetta. I don't think I walk like Bayonetta. Bayonetta has like a fucking legs changing sides and massive hip movement thing going on, which I'm too tired to do right now. I think copying doesn't matter, as long as it's used correctly or improved on. Bushido, it's overused in anime also. Overdrawn at the Blood Bank, Monster Hunter is peak recycling. Sorry, Sen. Hi. Animating a walking cycle is Animation 101. Also, hello all. Walking away from my phone so I can't see chat. Oh, wrong text. Sorry, but Pat. I don't want natural for my waifu game. So I'm just curious. Are you using a VR treadmill? I am not. I'm using a standard treadmill. It's got the bars in front of me, so I balance myself with my left hand. Because, being in VR is essentially being blindfolded on a treadmill. And if I, like, look even a little to the right, I lose myself. And I need to be straight on the treadmill, right? We're in VR chat. We are filtering out the environment. Right now we're in the Chow Garden. So this is what me and the people here see, but I have overlays to like see all my windows. And I'm filtering out the environment to a YouTube video of walking through a World of Warcraft zone. I can't believe Mother Yulin won't hug me on Global Hug Your Child Day. Global, go hug your children. Sorry, Yulin, you are not allowed to walk this way. You can't just copy my cousin walk and live like that. God, the Ministry of Silly Walks. I'd like to patent this walk. Oh, well, I'm sorry, that one's already been done. Oh. Well, what about this one then? Oh, it's quite unique, but this section here is, well, it's used by this person. Well, that's so cool. Thank you. Also in Genshin, we have Kirara. When she's in Cat Kami Box form, she can run on walls. I can't hug Icy and Pixel? Why not? Why not, Global? Icy is incorporeal and Pixel is a kaiju. You can hug incorporeal people. That's just excuses. That's just a skill issue. You could do it if you wanted to. I'm thinking Ocarina of Time for 365. Maybe not Ocarina of Time, because I kind of want it to be a short game also. I want it to be something that, like, we just play a little bit, and it doesn't go 15 hours. To be honest, you just need to look at manga. They're often a remix to their new theme, or taste of one story that did well. Fine Icy's Dumpy makes me uncomfortable. Wow. Like my friend Maniso8 say. No, you cannot with that aptitude. Tiny Kingdom free demo. Here's a fucking crazy take of mine. Do away with copyright. Just entirely. Anybody can draw anything, can write anything. I know I've got some friends that are gonna get really mad at me for that. They've literally just told me stop talking. I fucking hate capitalism. And I want basic human rights to be provided. And I feel like a lot of the issues with copyright come from monetization. I feel like a lot of the reasons people have to protect copyright is because there is an effort to make money from it. And artists need to protect their copyright, their small brand, their drawing style, because they are trying to support themselves as an artist. Disney wants to protect their copyright because making Frozen is a massive endeavor for money for them. But if basic human rights are provided, and all these things were like, you know, we didn't have to struggle to survive, artists would be drawing not commissions, but what they want to draw. They would just be drawing, like, their character that they want. That's Utopia, Yulin? I know. I know. We are never going to get there. I feel like creative AI stuff, like AI art, it might be more popular, it might be less popular. I feel like people wouldn't care about it as much. Because if there's no profit in it, it's like, you just wanted to see this done, right? But, like, artists wouldn't die out, because AI can only go so far without learning from artists. And so there would always be a demand for, like, artists to do it a new, innovative way. But not even really like a demand. It'd be like an artist wants to make something just for the art. They make it. And people are inspired and also start doing this. Like, let's say we live in this utopia. The manga creator for Naruto makes Naruto. He just creates it. He draws it, writes the story, does all that. People start writing their own Naruto stories. One guy, he actually writes Naruto Chapter 2. Like, he doesn't wait for the creator of Naruto, he just writes Chapter 2 himself. He's not really stealing anything. He's just written Chapter 2. And if the original creator writes Chapter 2, everybody discredits the fake one. Because it's like, well, who cares about the second one? Unless it's really good. People are going to care more about the original creator. I think it comes down to how animation and gaming has evolved. That a lot of games use the same or similar engine, which share similar assets. This is the previous discussion, right? Yes. I can agree with that. Okay. Motto. At least I have Cairo. It would make my job easier, but it also means someone else could scoop up my work and make money they didn't earn. Well, imagine they weren't making any money off what you used. You weren't making any money off what you made. Like, there was just no money in art. You only made music because you wanted to make music. That was just like... That was the only reason you made music, Violet. You didn't make any music to pay for food, to pay for housing, to pay for healthcare, education. Everything you need in life is provided, not luxuries. You know, you're not getting like a brand new fancy smashed computer to play games on. But like, you just make music because that's what you want to make. At a professional level, people were like, hey, we need music artists. And there would be some money in that. I don't know where the distinction is for that. But like, in a world without copyright, in a utopia, you just make music just for the music. Because you don't need the money with it. Not because you don't deserve the money with it, but because there's just like, you're taken care of otherwise. You mean money is the problem? Yes. And so Yulin painted a target on his back by all the big fish. Silly Yulin, all artists ban speedrun. No AI tools. That's Utopia, Yulin. You can't force basic human rights in every country. God, I know. Wouldn't that also mean we'll have a lot of furry stuff? More or less? I don't know. I know quite a bit of furry artists only do furry art because there's money in it. They're like, yeah, I'm not a furry. However, that's where the money is, so that's where I am. Oops, I guess this is an AI run. Finland has all their needs met? And their spoop school rate is so high? There's a joke that it's the happiest place on Earth because all the unhappy people disappear? The millisecond that happens, infinite clones of every game, cut and paste, then it becomes, I made this, no me. That's my only concern. So yes, that is a concern. If people aren't doing it for money, they might be doing it for clout. And how much does that get in people's heads? Well, I don't know. I know clout can definitely get in people's heads now, but clout kind of comes with money right now. I don't know. But what if you want the money for your work? I don't know how to answer that. Because I just don't. In a situation where all your basic human rights are provided and nobody needs to work, there would still be people working because people would need money for luxuries. One of those luxuries would be commissions, right? So, like, let's say you wanted a shit ton of fan art of your character. But instead of learning to draw it, you go and get a coding job and buy commissions. Well, that kind of brings it back to capitalism, where people are doing commissions of others' OCs for money that kind of tears apart my system. Doesn't work that well anymore. It kind of still gets rid of copyright, because it's like, it's not a copyright issue, it's a money issue. If you wanted to see your OC doing a bunch of things, you would get money, buy commissions of that. That's not really connected to copyright. But it's an indirect problem with my copyright thing, because my copyright thing says the problem is money, and this falls into the old capitalism system. That's my only concern. So if I actually tried that, but people are uncomfortable with me just giving them music at no cost, some aren't, but I digress. So I have actually tried that. You've tried that, but in a world where everyone else is worried about money. Because I know, for anybody that doesn't know, Violet has offered to make me music. And I've said I'm not comfortable with this, and I don't have the money to pay you. I don't want to pay for music. And Violet has said, I want to do it for free. And I'm just like, I don't like this. This is uncomfortable to me. I don't know if I would be different in a situation where I knew, like, money wasn't an object for people. I don't know if she was like, hey, I want to make some music for you. If I'd be like, oh, that's so awesome. That's so thoughtful. I'd love to hear it. I can't wait. I don't know if I would have that approach. Man, last time I think, wonder if a furry suit maker can make a really cool 40k, a sturdy armor. You'd have to purchase a license to let people know you're a professional artist, which means people would need to work to go to work, because that's not a basic human right. Work to get the art done. Again, brain no work in my native language. I don't think you would need a license. It could just be a trade, right? You could just be like, if you want commissions of your character, I will draw them. Now, this brings it back to capitalism, where people would be drawing commissions not because they want to, but because they want the money. They wouldn't be doing it to like, hey, if I fail in this, then I can't pay rent and I have to go back at, to working a standard job. It would be, hey, if I fail at this, then I just don't have money for luxuries. No, you need a license so we can have the overly stereotypical, oi, you got a license for that? The problem with copyright is that the people that benefit the most out of it aren't the ones that create, but the ones that manage them. I agree. They can be like, in section 308, there is an artist. We're almost done. We're at 6.2. I think we're going to be at 6.3. We got to loop around the tree. And then we high-five Ysera. I'm tired, guys. I'm so tired. Is privacy a human right? Yes, I would say it is. I would say housing is a human right, and everybody should be able to have, like, their own apartment building. Not a building. Apartment room. Now, if you have a family, not everybody, like, your family doesn't get a fucking floor. You'd get a bigger apartment. And that's very affordable, especially within the United States. Copyright also means you can build a legacy and leave the profits of it to whoever you choose. That copyright is protected for them. Yeah, I don't like any of that. I feel like copyright doesn't directly translate to legacy. I feel like your signature would be a better legacy. If you created the Naruto franchise, even if you didn't own the copyright for it, because copyright wasn't a thing, I feel like people are still going to be, this dude is the dude who made Naruto. He's the legendary one. Everything else, it's fan fiction. Those are secondary creators. Some of them are good, some of them are great. Hell, we even recognize these two as, like, better storytelling than the original. But this guy is the one who started it all. He's the father of Naruto. People recognize this person made it. And I feel like that's more important for the legacy than the copyright. As for leaving the profits to who you choose, I don't even like that. I don't even like a system of inheritance. Because inheritance leads to situations where the rich get rich and their families stay rich. And we have people like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, who don't really do much, but they start with such a high amount of money that they can just get whatever they want and think themselves geniuses. With regards to inheriting money, when you look at the different classes of wealth, imagine students going to a high school fair, right? The poor kids. Let's say there's a machine where it's like, hey, throw a dart at this dartboard. If you get a bullseye, you get a grand prize. Well, this is like a metaphor for starting a business and it being successful. If you're a poor kid, you get one dart. You get like one chance in your life. And most of them aren't hitting a bullseye. They're not even hitting like center ring. If you're well off, you get like 5, maybe 10 chances. You might hit one of your darts, but you're probably going to miss like 8 or 9 times. But you're going to walk away from that and be like, yo, hit a bullseye, let's go. If you're like super crazy rich, silver spoon, you get 100 darts. You just get to keep throwing until you want to stop. And let's say you throw 100 darts, and 2 of them hit the bullseye. You get to walk away from that going, look at what a genius I am. I started 2 amazing businesses, failed 98 times. But these 2, golden ideas. It's not that you're that smart though, you just got more chances. And then the poorest of the poor kids, they don't actually get to throw any darts. They're the ones running the events at the fair. I fucking hate the concept of inheritance. Because it just means money stays in this family when it should be going back into the system. Maybe have some meatballs with your burritos today and cheese? And then get 200 more darts for every bullseye. Gah. Housing is a human right. Needs to be a human right. True! And you know what's crazy, Bridget? The craziest thing is that providing housing for people is cheaper than having homeless people. We spend so much money on dealing with homelessness crime, anti-homelessness architecture, policing homelessness, trying to move people around to the proper areas for homelessness, that it would just be cheaper to build like super cheap in mass apartment complexes and give them a room there and literally police those areas than it would be everywhere else. And that's not even talking about how much value is lost by having homelessness in areas. If you have a big city, you are now describing Section 8 and ghettos. I am not, Violet. I promise you I'm not. If you have, if you just have homelessness, and like, if you just have homeless people in a city, guess where they go? The streets of the city. Guess what degrades the value of buildings? Having homeless people around your building. So like, when you have a place for them to be, not a ghetto, not Section 8, but when you provide housing for them, not predatory housing, not like, hey, let's bring these here, put them in conditions that's difficult for them to live, and then fill it with police looking to put them in private prisons. That is very, very different. Oh, we got Amarang? Amarang. From a purely economical standpoint, it is way better.
Mom?
Ah.
Mm, mm,
Ah.
mm, Mom.
in 1. Ah, camera's there now. Oh, I'm tired. How many miles was that? Oh shit, that was 6.5. I thought it was gonna be 6.3. Ah. Ah. Dun 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 dun. Miles. Now we rest. Dun 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 dun. Done. Math is bad at Euland? Hi, Kumi. And yes, it circles back to money, but for example, in Finland, we don't just get shit for free. People who work pay taxes to provide housing and benefits for people that need them. The government just doesn't let you have it because. You have to actively look for jobs, or a way to get money, etc. Hard to explain, but it's not all as simple as it seems here. So yes, in Finland, you have to, like, look for jobs. Thank you, Feet-chan. Oh no, you dropped something behind you. Really? We're having a serious discussion about, like, socioeconomic standpoints. Oh wow, where is it? I can't see what I dropped. You're ridiculous, Feet-chan. In Finland, yes, it is very difficult. Not difficult. You just don't get a house for free. You basically have to show that you're doing standpoint. That's not what I want. I want housing provided. It's better on paper, but it's exactly what the system offered black people after slavery ended. Free housing. Didn't fix them being poor. When you give someone something they didn't earn, they don't treat it well. Placing a bunch of poor people in the same place makes rampant crime. You can say that's what happened, but it's ignoring a shit ton of other cases. That's ignoring a shit ton of other factors, and quite frankly, every study on the topic says otherwise, Violet. This is like, I don't want to argue with you about it. You're just wrong. Icy. I know you dropped something behind you. The rich want people to be able to come. The rich want people to be able to become homeless so they can coerce people into working for less and less. I will say it's not fair. I'm being very unfair, Violet, to you. Because, like, you have valid points. You have valid reasons for that. You know, this happened is a very valid reason. However, it's like, I don't really want to get into it right now. And I'm kind of pulling my stream, we're ending this discussion. Here's my stance. You don't get a response. I'm being very unfair. That's my belief on the system. Here's me deciding that stream chat isn't a place for it. No worries. Okay. I want you to know, Violet, I love you. I don't always agree with you politically, but I love you. Hi, Soul. Sub baby, where's my child support? What do you mean, where's your child support? I'm literally at the Chow Garden with the kids. Look at all these little munchkins running around. You're paying me child support. Look at this little gremlin. Do you know how much she eats? She's ravenous, and she only gets the best filet mignon. Cute butt behind you. Yeah, I understand, but I think Finland is closest to that. It is not the closest. Singapore is the closest, I believe. Finland is up there. Finland is absolutely, like, up there and doing good. But Singapore is, like, the closest. In Singapore, you don't need to prove that you're applying to places and looking for a job. If you're homeless, there's a whole process to get it, but they will just be like, okay, yeah, you're homeless, here you go, here's your house. And there's no like, okay, we're gonna take it back if you're not applying to jobs. It's just like, where are you at? Have you been earning a lot of money? Okay, if you're earning a lot of money, we're gonna take it back. You're gonna go buy your own house. You're gonna pay for your own place. Which, you know, when I say that, it sounds like that would incentivize people to not go and get a house, right? To not go and get a job. There are other factors that incentivize them. But Singapore, as I understand it, is we do not want any single homeless person on the street. And if somebody's like, I'm not gonna look for a job, but I'm not gonna look for a job, and you know I'm gonna be homeless. They're like, well, we would rather you be in this building. Fucked up that you would kidnap the kids. 10 kg of meat per day. I'll pass. So I was I saw a bunch of videos recently of women who were taking their ex-husband or ex-boyfriend to court, and they were like, yeah, I want my child support now. And it's like, but he raises the kid, doesn't he? They're like, yeah. They're like, so how much are you paying in child support? I'm not paying child support, I'm the mom. And the judge is just like, but he's the one raising the kid? Yeah. But he makes more money than me, so it's fine. Where's my child support? And the judge will just be like, yeah, so you're gonna start paying $500 a month in child support. And because it's been this long, you're gonna owe him $8,000 in child support. And she's like, what? But he makes more money than me. This isn't fair. And they're like, it's not for him, it's for the child, dumbass, that he has been raising. Yeah, that's a thing. Ah.
Some people are just dumb.
Yeah. Don't look at me, guys. Freya's got me. Freya's always got me.
Wow.
Dun 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 dun. Soul, did you play this game? Oh my god, thank you. Hoo. Hoo. Hoo, hoo, hoo. It's Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. The Chow Garden is like the best part of this game. We didn't need the rest. The rest is okay. Yeah. The Eggman and Tails levels suck. But this shit is peak. Oh, I still have my Koopa one from yesterday. I never played any Sonic games? Don't start. Is that the OG? You're good for that. You're better for that, Soul. I've heard of twisting someone's arms, but not their legs. Not like that. Observe the cutie. Give Eland all the green chaos drives so they can walk extra fast. Wait, actually. Oh. Oh shit, do I want to do that? Oh, that's really tempting. I could change my channel points from steppies or like steps taken. I could change it to green chaos drives. Oh, I really like that, but I hate Sonic. But I really like that idea. Fuck. So an evil stepmom when my folks split. This bitch opened her mouth at the child support hearing and made my dad pay more than he already was. Hi, Summer Nissan. Hang on. We're at 999. We're gonna go down to 998 because I opened my mouth. But we're at 999 followers. That's the big number. Want to buy a new Chow Garden? It's criminal that the last one that had it was Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Chaos reigns.
I mean, that's why someone's making their own Child Garden game.
Dude, I can't wait for them to just, like, come out with it and have, you know, the base game and then be like, yeah, we're adding updates. New races, new animals, new chows. Now I'm tempted. Don't do it. 999 Pog. I really enjoyed the Chow Garden. Made a point to raise every single Chaos Chow version. I don't think I specifically went for special chows, but I wanted, like, an amazing chow in each type. So I had an amazing runner, fighter, swimmer, flyer.
I just played it.
I also wanted, like, a pure dragon chow. So I got one that was, like, 200 stats, only feeding dragons. Damn, soon 1,000 followers. That's a small cult there. New fruit, new veggies. You can now suplex a chow at speedrun dark chow. I just had the tail chow at 99 and everything. Damn. Dun 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 dun.
I kept getting the Knight's Chow.
Hmm.
Where's the
Where are we going?
place? Where are we going?
I'm looking at worlds. We haven't been to Moonlit Wandering in a while. Portal. Ah. The special ones didn't die, rebirth like the others, if I recall correctly. I never got that into it. I wasn't like looking up anything on my own, and I don't think I even knew about the special Chow. I might have made the Sonic Chow and been like, what the fuck? You'll stole those wiggles from Cairo copyright? Yeah, guys. Because I moved my hips left to right, that's a thing Cairo does. And so, you know, I've crossed the line. Wait. Okay, it's off. Sorry, I'm gonna need some royalties. Stolen hips. Stole that badonkadonk from 2B. Good lord, I wish I had 2B's butt. Could you fucking imagine? God damn. 362, good run. Okay. I was like, hang on, did I put 362 miles instead of 3.62? And I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. You know what? I'm not gonna be here today. We're gonna go somewhere else. I wanna see what other spots there are. Maybe on the roof? We can, but it's not super, like, good view.
Up inside the building.
I want a spot. So that's great for sleep. We can try there. We'll just try it today, and I'll try some new camera shenanigans, and if it doesn't work, I just won't do it again. Okay.
Have it be pointed from outside the window.
Okay. I want to bring this here. Bring that there. Anchor. Default. Line. Behavior. Oh, I'm going up there. World. We'll try this. Put this here. I moved. Did I go through all my notes? I'm pretty sure I did. Hell yeah. Oh, my arms are kind of in the sofa, though. Can I move it like this? Yeah. More polygons than the entire Legend of Zelda combined. Yeah. Wish I had Yulin's butt on my lap. Okay, your butt are very nice, just like they are. All of Ocarina of Time can't handle 2B's ass. Okay, so... Day 366 of streaming. Ocarina of Time is the first thing I'm thinking of, but I want to beat the game. And if I do it on 366, that makes it a little difficult. So... I feel like it would need to be a Sunday thing again. But then I would be cutting out... You know what? That's fine. I'll do it Sunday. I'll do it Sunday and I'll do Ocarina of Time. That just sounds fun. Play something else and pleasure on Ocarina of Time. So the only reason I'd want it to be short is because it'd be on a Friday. And I don't want to, like... I don't want to cut my plans short with Core. I don't want to, like, you know, cancel that day and not show up. Is Monday? Friday will be 366, right? Today is 362. 3 Tuesday, 4 Wednesday, 5 Thursday, 6 Friday. How long to beat says 27 hours? It is not going to be 27 hours. One, I'm going to know a lot of the stuff. Two, I'm not doing side story. If you rush down the story, it is not going to be 27 hours. It'll be Deku Village.
It shouldn't take that long.
Deku Tree, Death Mountain.
Yep.
Lake
So-
Hylia, Temple of Time.
Yeah, like, everything.
And then the Great Forest Temple.
Go back to the forest.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't remember what one
Forest,
comes after
fire, Water. Fire.
that. Fire,
Go in order. Fire and water.
fire, water. He already has them wrong.
Mhm. What?
Wha-
Is it not?
What is the order, Cairo?
What?
I'm gonna stop bragging about Cairo's console knowledge. I'm gonna start complaining about it. I'm not gonna be like, hey, this is Sunny Villa that I'm in, and people are like, this has Spyro vibes, and Cairo comes in and is like, is this Sunny Villa from Spyro 2? No. I'm gonna start talking about Cairo in terms of like, yeah, don't get anything wrong in front of Cairo, because he'll, actually, you got it in the wrong order? Cairo, you need an actually emote. Lake Hylia is the water temple. Jabu Jabu is the gem of wisdom. Okay. Okay.
I mean, it's still in the lake. Oh, no, sorry. Well, it's in the Zoral's domain.
No, I do think he's right that they're very different places.
They are. But it's in the Zoral's domain.
I cannot
need to
show
go
you the
to-
emote
yeah.
you need. Because, Steam VR froze.
Wow.
As per usual. Can I show you this way? Holy cow. Nope. Not doing it there. Can I do it here? I can. You need one of these, Cairo. Actually, you use the emote for all the discussions in this chat. I gotta do it earlier, didn't I, Violet? I could do a good nerd emoji. My whips are already in the works, though. I still need to look at my emotes. I've commissioned 2 batches, and the third batch I was like, I'll get back to you soon, and that was a fucking month ago, because I'm the fucking worst. I'm so happy we beat Banjo-Kazooie yesterday. I was like, when we were at 14 hours, and I'm sitting there, like, dying to Gruntilda, I was like, I literally cannot end. If I don't beat this, I'm gonna be so fucking mad. Oh heavens, you took that as passive-aggressive, huh? I meant all the streams being discussion rooms? No, I did not take that as passive-aggressive. Do we need to stream? So you know I'm not salty? I'm very hard to offend. No, no, no. I know you are like one of the thickest skin, difficult to offend. And it's almost like concerning to me because I'm like, she should have been offended by that. Check DMs. I hear shots fired. You race me in Ocarina of Time? Fucking no. What are you?
Nope.
What are you, crazy? I would just lose.
Hmm.
Oh, okay, okay. I was looking at the third one, and I was like, what the fuck is going on with this emote? I get it now that it's like you padding chat. Am I right in that? Ah, prize. What are you crazy? I did gotta just do that, didn't I? If you want to offend Violet, just call her cute a lot, and that really gets her. It's steppies? That's a foot? I'm gonna be honest. The first time I saw it, I thought it was like a dick, and I was like, huh? And then I was like, oh, it's like a fucking Powerpuff Girls arm. And like, that's not Cairo. That's chat. Okay. It's a work in progress, you. Weewa, but Steppy Boy. I'm an incurable people pleaser with a cynical nature that can't be contained. I fear my entire personality around making people happy and laughing. Yeah, you and Cairo both. You just go different ways with it. Where, like, you become, like, fucking... how do I word this? Subservient and, like, self-sacrificing to the point that you don't care about your own benefits. You don't care about your own gains and needs. Whereas Cairo is like, oh my god, I want to make people laugh and happy so much. Yeah, I'll add a Bean Boozled redeem that costs no fucking channel points with no cooldown that'll make me fucking get sick. Yeah, I love making people laugh. Haha, fucking hurt me more. And it's like, oh my god. I'm literally just seeing the two of you interact with each other. I'm like, wow, they are literally just like same path and then it diverged. Cairo is me before high school. Cairo did that. He literally has a Bean Boozled redeem for 5,000
It's
channel
just like
points. No cooldown.
It's like a Pokemon evolution.
I don't think... Well, it's like a Pokemon evolution, but instead of one leading into the other, I think it's more like they were both a
Eevee.
Politoad, then a Poliwhirl, and then one went Poliwrath, and one went... No, one went Politoad. What is Poliwag? Poliwag is the first one.
Yes, Poliwag.
Ah.
Politoad is the frog.
Mm-hmm.
Poliwrath is the other one.
Violet is cute even when she is mad. Yeah, life made me a lot more. So fucking happy we beat Banjo-Kazooie. Bro was just talking Digivolving? What? Cairo, they go back in Digivolving. What? I'm saying divergent paths. You and Violet are both people pleasers, and you have gone different methods with it. That's all of Digimon?
Well, I mean, yes. In the games, yes. They do have multiple separate paths.
I look at Digimon, and specifically with evolution, I think of like the different
Yes,
levels
I
of
mean,
evolution of
yeah.
like Agumon can go to Greymon, then he goes back. And then he can eventually go to Metal Greymon, and then he goes back. And then he goes to... Shit, what's the ultimate?
I don't know. I don't. Yeah,
Goes
no,
back?
you're looking. It's because that's the anime. You're thinking of anime logic, while video game logic is they continue going forward. They don't ever go back.
They don't go back in the games? Huh?
Nope.
Oh.
You just gotta get a new one.
The
Yeah,
anime
different one.
came first, right?
I do.
Which one is like
I'm
the
not really
proper...
much of a Digimon.
The virtual toy was first? Which one is considered like... This is how it is in Digimon? Virtual toy was first, followed by the
Toy.
video game, then the anime. The games? Really? I did not know that. I thought the games were all like years after the anime, like, hey, you know, we've got this cool IP, and then the games were doing well, and so they were kind of focusing on those. I didn't know those came before. You play Cyber Sleuth? No, I'm good.
Cyber Sleuth is good.
I don't doubt it.
I'm not. But it's just you're not a Digimon person, which is fine.
This motherfucker stinks. I could just hear it in his voice. Or Greymon is the Mega Ultimate. Okay. Unless you force them. Why did they do that in the anime where they go back? Actually it does make sense, because could you imagine like episode 10 or episode 3, he gets fucking Greymon and he's like, well, here's my cuddly little friend now that I live with. Like, a lot easier to keep a little cuddly buddy that's half your size. Stomp it off, I'm kind of like a Deadpool evolution of Cairo. My headcanon was anime Digivolving was the Digivice powers. It started as a V-Pet like Tamagotchi Elon. I'm learning that now. I always thought the distinction between Pokemon and Digimon evolution was Pokemon, they evolve, they stay evolved, and Digimon, they evolve, they go back. And I would assume that's popular belief on like the difference. So when you're like, that's just Digimon evolution, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? What? There's no going back.
Digimon is more of like they have multiple routes they can go through from a single one instead of like having more Pokemon. All these different types of Pokemon, they all just stimulate from one Digimon and expand out from there. Like each one.
Yeah, I didn't know this at all. I thought it was like...
Yeah, like a skill tree. Yep, that's right. Yeah,
I thought it was really like, you've got each tree of Digimon and it's just... It can reach higher evolutions. So P of Tai just has War Greymon the whole show. Digital, you can always roll back. Digimon was you had a V-Pet. You make stronger and fight your friends with them. Digimon evolution is more like a skill tree. I'm learning that now. That's crazy to me. I said today was going to be short, and we're at 3:20 already, and I'm like not really wanting to end. I do need to get my channel points though.
Do you know about the card game?
The Digimon card game? Yes.
Yeah, my roommates play it.
Mm-hmm.
It's entertaining to watch, but I would never play it.
It's one of those things that like I think it's so cool. I just don't see myself having the time to like really put a lot into it, which is like the Cyber Sleuth, which Cairo just said. He's like, play Cyber Sleuth. I'm like, it sounds great. If I had 5 clones and could collect their memories, I absolutely would. But I just don't have the time for that. As cool as it sounds, I just Actually, can I ask something of the Digimon fans that might lead them to my YouTube? Is related to the convo. Yeah, if you've made a Digimon song, you can shout it out. Never gotten feedback on it? Send that shit, Violet. Fucking link it in chat. Cyber Sleuth. Sleuth. Ugh.
Slut.
Cyber
Lol.
Slut is a very, very different thing, okay? Send it to me. Well, she could just post it in chat. Someone commissioned me make notifications for them that were reflective of Digimon battle sounds from one of the movies. Posted in Discord? You guys can hear me, right? I'm literally telling her to post it
Yeah, I can hear.
in the Twitch chat. And you guys like, do it here, do it here. I never got anyone else's perspective on how I did it. Send it to me. You fucking... Oh my god.
Everyone's just ignoring you.
These fucking goofballs. Icy Fire is just doing it specifically to be a goofball. Oh my god. I'm so excited for tonight.
Hmm.
I'm gonna fucking sleep now. Because I am so tired. I would never... And then tonight will be Planet Crafter, which I've only played with Senrinel once before. So I'm hella excited for that. I would never miss the opportunity.
Oh.
What the plan for tonight? I'm gonna play Planet Crafter with Senrinel. He's probably not going to stream it, so we'll probably be in my Discord. Warning loud. I'm not gonna check it out on stream. I'll probably check it out after stream. So nobody watching stream has to worry about it. But if you're gonna check that out, and we do love Violet, we stan her music. She's made 2 songs for Corvu. I think she's done music for Spacefish as well. There's some Digimon stuff.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Is it like just a quick 20 seconds of song of like sound bites, or is it like a full song?
It's just two sound bites.
Okay. There's a fighting game sale on Steam. Rip Wallet. It is 2 sound alerts. Gotcha.
Fuck, I can't. Wait, no, I can't. Do it from here. It's cool.
Notification alerts I recreated from
I
movie
don't
clips.
give a shit about.
Okay. Alright. Fighting game sale. Yuki awake. Yuki arrive. Holy shit, grab Guilty Gear. I am ready to fall asleep. I'm like, I feel like I have a ton of energy, but at the same time, I'm like, now that I realize, oh, we're at 3.5 hours, it's like hitting me like a truck. Get over here. I fucking love smooth camera and switching pins. Alright. Gonna go look at the moon. Behavior. Look at me. Anchor world. Enjoy the gazebo and the spin the bottle table. Alright. Let's see who is live today. Monday, so there's probably a lot of people. Oh, I know somebody we haven't raided in a while. We're gonna go here. Neil, if you don't want to buy Guilty Gear, I will get it for you. If you actually get me Guilty Gear, I will return it. I'm not a fighting game player. I appreciate that. But I don't want to play Guilty Gear. Goodbye, you. We are going to Meowmies. They're lovely. And they're incredible because they're Scottish, but they use voice to speech. Did I spell that right? And hearing a digital voice speak Scottish is fucking wild. It doesn't sound real. Catfish so hard. Go rest my cupcake. Then you can listen to the town inside me for 10 hours as well. I can already do that on YouTube. Hi, Logitech. Bye. Oh. What awful magic did you cast that I almost fell for you saying, I think she made some music for Space Fish. Almost got catfish. Wait, you have, right? There's no way you haven't. Oh, you going? Thanks for stream, love you. I made all her music? Okay, then I'm right then. Heck you scared me. We're going to Meowmies. We did 6.5 miles today. Planet Crafter later, either on Sentinel stream or in Discord. Stardew Valley tomorrow. I love you. Bye.
So stop it.